Hey, we're live. You can stop saving it.
I've been talking to you all for like 5 minutes straight, and Mike, like, he's clicking things. I think we're live, and then, because he always does that, right? He's always, oh, we're live.
We've been live for the last 5 minutes.
He's like, I don't know who you're talking to. He yells at the cat, and it seems like he's talking to people. I start talking to you all. He's like, well, who are you talking to? We're not live.
Yep. Mr. Nose is on an absolute tear. He has been...
Since Monday?
He has been out of his
Sunday
mind
night.
since we got home. And he's definitely going to be on here. We may have to lock him out of the room. Because we're like trying to get stuff ready here, and he's just like in our faces. And it's impossible. So
he's so full of love. He's so happy we're back.
I know.
He missed us so much.
I know. She thought we were alive, and I like picked him up. I was like, "You have to stop!" And like put him on the ground. And she's like, "He's in a really bad mood." I'm like, "I don't know who you're talking to, man." So, all right, we are live. We are back, and I don't know. You still exhausted from DC?
Yeah,
a little bit. So, hello to all those who showed up early. Audrey was first.
I mean, if you put all the people that I've seen since, even if you add Baltimore and all the people that I have seen
since Baltimore 2 years ago,
I've seen more people this past week than that.
Yeah.
And just that in itself is exhausting.
I know. So Audrey's here, and Becky and Phyllis and Claire is lurking, she says. Claire, are you going to the San Francisco Pin Show? Somebody was asking me offline. Christine and Carol and Howard and Mac Damage. And SC is here. SC go to Christine, who I may have already said, definitely did. David's in the house. Ruth is here. David, my doppelganger. Feta. Martin's here. Bruce is here. That's it. Not going to the SF show? No, I didn't think you were. So
yeah, I get it.
If you scooch that way a little bit, people see Scraggles. She's keeping an eye on us from the hall. Yep, she's creeping.
We added to the menagerie, in case you didn't notice. Lots of accessories, and we need to get something from Jet Pens to write stuff here.
Oh, here he comes. See, here I thought Scraggles was going to be guarding us from...
Here comes Katie, too. My goodness.
I know, it's going to be a whole party up in here. Katie, I think, has, like, hurt her back or a leg or something, so she's been laying low.
She's climbing up here. She's climbing all over your stuff.
What are you doing up here? You don't need to be up here.
Cat sniffing butts. We should probably...
Sniff butts online. This is a family show. So Evan's also not going? Cool. Although you don't live in San Francisco, so I'm less surprised. Russell, you did a great and dedicated job getting a live chat out last Friday at the DC show. Oh.
You got me my shirt.
Oh, yeah. Shown design.
Mike's not wearing his, but he also got one.
No, I already wore mine for like 2 days this week, and I was just like, we can match. Just pull it out of the hamper. It was not on top, so I was like, I can't dig anymore. It's got to be laundry day soon. Oh. That's our buddy Ian Schoen at Shown Design.
With Gritty?
Uh-huh.
Gritty? That's Gritty? Who's that? Oops, who's that? I always do that.
That's Pocky the Pocket Pen.
There you go.
Yep. So, it's a totally fun shirt. I decided to match in a t-shirt as well. I'm repping Pen World, I guess. See all the other pen shirts.
Yeah, it has stuff on the back. What does it say? Analog something?
Analog Chic Sense something.
And I can't read. I just say Analog Sense. That's all I can see.
Yeah, I couldn't wear my Esterbrook sunglasses shirt either because I already wore that this week.
You should have thought ahead.
I didn't.
Past Mike did not think about Friday.
He didn't. Didn't at all. Hey, Artful Colorist, what's up? If one orders an FC pen, how does one get a nib that you have ground? You just got to get a SIG nib. That'll be an Audrey nib for sure. Yep.
I don't know if individual nibs are on sale. I mean, we ran out of them for pens, so they definitely shouldn't be on for individual sale because I run out this week based on the show, and then all the pens we posted this week are out of multiple, so I've been grinding. Will still probably be low, so I'll be working hard until San Francisco, in other words. But yeah, you just have to order the SIG on there, and those are ones that I've pre-ground and be ready to go.
Yep.
Yep.
Our sound is looking a little bit low again. And by the way, I figured out what was going on with the sound last time we were on here, and that is... No, it's all the way up. No, can't do any more there. And that is that Logitech took control of my Yeti somehow through a software update and, like, turned all the volumes all the way down.
Nice.
Yeah, it's great. Let's see. Recently got a Sig Broad from FC on an Opus 88, and it's love. Well, good.
Good. That's your favorite.
Yeah.
Well, double broad that we don't have anymore, but
yeah.
yeah.
Should have got some Inky Converters shirts. I didn't. I mean, I guess I've seen a couple of her shirts around. She had the Pen Mule shirt. I saw one or two of those at DC.
I didn't see any for sale.
No, I don't know. I think she sells them on Etsy or something.
Yeah.
David, if you have a link for her Etsy, send me a DM and I'll post it. Anyone order the new Narwhal Key West fountain pen in purple? No, I didn't.
They were at the show, but every time I walked by, they were like setting up because I was also setting up.
Yeah, same. Like they were either setting up or busy a lot of the time, and I'm not going to get a purple pen. That's not my jam. So.
And then they were next to a place that I did damage at. That I was distracted by cute stuff.
Yeah, no, we'll definitely talk about that in a sec. So.
Yeah.
Enjoy the Franklin Christoph 46 from the DC show with the Nagahara medium stub. Good.
Yep.
Good. Yeah. So.
It's a blue one.
We ended up with a bunch of stuff.
I have a pen coming supposed to be here today. So
that's not DC show. That's a whole different thing.
Thing. I got one thing.
You did? Well, that's not true. At all. You gotta.
This is not all of it. I also got a 2 nail polishes and some lotion from somebody. So.
Oh, that's true.
That's not. I don't consider that. Despite people really enjoying my Pen Addict podcast from last week. Go listen to it if you haven't.
Yeah. Audrey was on the Pen Addict last week, so go and download that. They talk about nail polish, but also a bunch of other stuff. More nail polish than you'd expect, though.
That's what people said, and then I apologized to them.
And then they almost all said, no, I was super interested in nail polish. That's really interesting. So
I'm working on fall nail polishes now. It's really throwing me off.
Yeah, I know. DM on Discord. Cool.
There we go.
Let's see. Oh, she's got 2.
This one's probably for, shirts and other things, and probably stickers more for Etsy.
Okay,
is my guess. Those are cute. You should get a shirt.
So that's one.
Pens and nail polishes. We used to call it nibs and nails.
That's right.
Yeah, we haven't done a nibs and nails in a while, unfortunately.
There we go. These are from our friend Angela. There we are. This is all her art.
Which one's your favorite?
Oh. I like that owl flying away with a pen. I mean, as a philosopher, you have a link to owls and Athena and such. Wisdom and whatnot.
Yeah.
I like this jaunty mouse with his pen down here. This is fun. This one, oh man.
That's such an inside story, but
that's really...
It's awesome. Yeah.
I did, in fact, survive the gummy python.
I did, too.
Did you have some of that?
No, but I was at the show.
Yeah, well...
I think might have been having my nail polish party around that time.
That might be true.
Yeah.
And this is her other store, her Etsy, where she has that similar kind of arts in stickers and all kinds of other things.
I have the keychain.
Oh, yeah.
That's on my keys right now.
Oh, yeah, mine was over here, but it fell or got knocked down by a cat or something.
Some fun stamps, too, that I like.
Oh, she's got stamps?
Yeah.
What? What does this say?
The gold washi tape looked cool, too.
Have a fine day. That's nice. I like that. A little winking thing is fine. That's good.
I get it.
I get it.
No.
Yeah.
No.
We have an interloper. Come over
that's
here.
A cat foot.
Get on the cat cam.
Head.
Come on. Over this way.
Come on.
Yeah, get on that cat cam. That's a good boy. Come on. A little closer. Come on. You can do it.
He's like, but I'm going to be right in front of you.
This is where he likes to sit on my desk.
Yeah.
Right here. Where he can lick my hand for some reason.
He loves licking faces and foreheads and hands.
Yeah, he's a weirdo.
Yeah.
Yep. Etsy's all the ephemera Redbubble's better on rates for drop shipping shirts. Trash Panda. It's the Trash Panda, actually. Trash Panda. Get it? Because it's a pen.
I like the hat that's stationary, not stationary. Because a lot of people mix that up.
That's our friend Kimberly's favorite thing to... I definitely have this Mouseketeer.
Yeah.
I have this in a keychain. It's usually right around here. I think it might have... It was with your face, so it's around here.
I need that bucket hat in my life.
Stationary, not stationary?
Yes.
Okay, we can make that happen later on.
Okay.
We can make that happen. Giant gummy python. Oh, yeah. So that's the... Please explain the python. Yeah. Thanks, Claire. I hadn't gotten back to it yet.
Yes, explain the python, Mike.
Yeah, so the the Chicago Pin Show, it was several years ago. I don't remember which one, but 17 maybe? Something like that. Maybe 18, but it was years and years ago.
The first year you didn't go.
No, I was.
No, the first year I went. That was the first show that I went officially as FC.
That wasn't...
That was 2016. So to be 2017, likely.
At least 17, yeah.
Yeah, it's probably
Oh,
2017.
it says 2018, so...
Oh, was it 18? Well,
yes.
I believe that.
So there was a podcast at the time called the Byob Podcast, and there was some joke, and I don't remember exactly how it came about because it was ages ago, and I wasn't on that podcast. But they did like a live podcasty thing from the Chicago Pin Show, and I want to say it was... Was it Nick who showed up with that gummy python? It was like...
Did he bring it?
I know he wore it around his
Yeah.
neck. I don't remember who brought it. Gummy python thing also happens at other types of shows in Chicago. There's a... Oh, is that a thing?
Oh.
So somebody brought one to the show related to that podcast. I mean, it was massive.
Yeah.
Massive. I mean...
I wonder how much it cost.
I don't know.
It had to be so much.
Probably... and it was heinous, a gift for Nick. That sounds
That's
right.
possible.
I know he ended up wearing it.
Yeah.
And then he sort of like, it was like on a table and it took up like a lot of the table.
Yeah.
It was like this big around.
Yeah.
It was massive. And it was
It's a massive python.
just the biggest. And it tasted terrible. It was not good. And then we had it
Which
at
is so weird. I mean, in what world does a gummy thing taste bad?
This tasted like gasoline, but also cherry. It was like cherry cough syrup and gasoline is what it taught. It was about $30. It was a few feet long. Oh, it was definitely at least 3 or 4 feet long.
Only I'm surprised it wasn't more. In
I
my
think
head,
it-
I was thinking it'd be like
I think it might have
75
been more.
or
There's
something.
pictures around of it, but we had it at the bar, and one of the bartenders was like, "Hey, you want to?"
That's an awesome bar too. Like,
That's a great bar.
it's a great at Penn Show bars. The Chicago bar is awesome.
That might be the best bar. Definitely the best bartenders, because they
Stay open.
well, yeah, and they know the Pin Show people. Like they've
Yeah.
been the same bartenders for
which helps.
8 years or 10 years or something. And they're like, "Hey, you want to have one of our chefs come out and like fillet that thing?" And we're like, "That
Of
sounds
course.
ridiculous, but yes." And so the guy came out and
Thank
he's
you
like,
for offering.
the guy comes out and he's like sharpening knives. He's got these like big chef knives. He's like, "All right," and he starts going through this thing and chopping off like thick fillets of this thing. And it's just dulling his knife every 2 or 3 chops. He has to go back and hone it and stuff. I think he went through a couple of knives because they were getting so dull. The honing thing didn't work out anymore. And he's like chopping this thing up. And all of us are eating it like a little bit just to say we did.
Sure, of
Ryan
course.
Krusak's
It
wife.
tastes like burning.
It tasted like your mouth would catch fire if you held up a lighter or something because the gasoline was for real.
Wow.
Ryan Krusak's wife, Julia, really liked it. Like she was just holding just a chunk. I think she was holding a big piece of raw steak, like a big raw steak.
Or like
Just
a salmon or something.
I don't know. It was too hard, too firm to be salmon. Like I don't know. It's like a big old steak, filet of python, something like that. But it tasted like cherry cough syrup and gasoline.
I do not need this cat. He's gonna get fur all over. I already deferred. He's already ripped. Now there's another hole in my jeans.
You have to stop it, bud.
He's ripped 2 holes in my jeans already today.
You have to stop.
I've
Audrey
not
is
bought
fashionable.
jeans in years.
Audrey is fashionable already. So anyway, still have your BYOB, Don't Drink the Ink. Yeah, that also comes from that podcast. So go check out our friend Angela. She does cool, fun arts. Oh, look at that holographic sticker. All right, we got to stop looking at that. But yeah, definitely go check that out. So, how'd the DC show go for you?
Busy? I mean,
Yeah.
Friday was slower than I was sort of expecting, I guess.
Would you say it's slower than a usual DC Friday?
Yes,
Yeah.
by far. And then Saturday was way too busy for my liking. Like Saturday, I was like, I'm uncomfortable with this. So it was busier than I thought it'd be on Saturday. And then Sunday was like a usual, like, slower Sunday, because you never know Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday I think was slower than usual, but not crazy slow.
Like, overall, it was slower than usual, just across the board.
Yeah.
Saturday was much busier than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I mean, still, I think it was still slower than a usual Saturday.
Yeah.
but it was still
Yeah.
a lot of people.
Yeah.
Like I didn't hang out in the ballroom much on Saturday. You of course don't have a choice, but
No.
you're at least off like kind of in a corner and not.
I was in the corner. They put
Yeah.
baby in the corner.
Yeah, the thing I did to get to her was I would go around the outside hallway back by the ink and stuff.
The ink testers
Yeah.
were all along the perimeter,
Yeah.
and so that's what I always did.
Yeah,
When
yeah.
I had to stand up and get my move goal for my watch, I would just go on the outside, walk through, and just come back. That was my little area that I walked.
Yeah. So I go back and check on it every once in a while or whatever, but it was pretty busy. So mask wearing was pretty consistent for most people.
Yeah.
There were a few who didn't seem like they wanted to wear masks, but
There were announcements when there were any that the people had seen not wearing them.
announcements.
Yeah, they're like, this is a show where everyone has to wear a mask. You didn't hear that? Oh.
So the thing with the announcements was they were so brutally loud that I could not understand any of them.
Oh, I was so far away that I
So
couldn't hear it.
the worst was when I was standing near you. So like right in front of Martin Pin 51, it was so loud. It was like an assault. Like I just couldn't. It was like somebody was just shouting to your ear with a megaphone. It was impossible. It might have been like that was like right under a speaker or
guess
something.
it has to be because I
don't know.
had it. I mean, it was
But
clear as day to me, but
slowly pulls a bag of gummy bears out of his desk. I mean, I love a gummy bear.
I
We
hope
eat
they're
gummy stuff all the
Haribo.
time.
Oh my gosh!
I hope they don't taste like cherry gasoline because it's not great. Yeah, it was pretty busy. I had a good time, I think.
Did you?
Yeah, I mean, I got to hang out with a lot of people I haven't seen in a long time. And like a lot of times in small groups. So I got to have a couple of lunches with some of my good friends.
That would have been nice. That sounds nice.
Well, you won't eat lunch at those shows, so like we couldn't drag you away.
Yeah, I'm not gonna eat at a restaurant anyway. So
No, but like
sorry.
I had a couple of banh mi sandwiches that our friend Brian went and got us. He was really in charge of DC foods, that dude.
For sure.
I mean, he's local to that show, so he knows a lot of places, but
Yeah.
he made poke bowls for a lot of people. You don't do fish, so that wasn't for you, but
It's fine. I brought the things that I needed. He had lots of things that people were excited about, and if I liked those things, I would have totally partaken.
it was nice to be able to like go out back because
Yeah.
there's like some benches sort of
Awesome.
out and like a patio sort of thing out back that nobody seems to know about, and
Yeah.
so like we'd go back out there and eat lunch. It was good. Name names. I mean, some pinfluencers for sure, and a couple of vendors.
No.
Let's see. Thanks to the videos of the
FC is going to San Francisco.
Yeah, they're going to San Francisco. I'm not going. It's too far and it's the wrong time for me.
Yeah.
May go to Chicago. I haven't really decided.
See how things are.
Yeah.
I mean,
See how it goes.
San Francisco's mandating things now, so yeah.
Trying to decide if you want to take your wonky immune system to the Colorado show. Colorado's chill enough that maybe,
Yeah, it's
but
not on a normal year. It can be spread out enough that I would feel much more comfortable going to Colorado than I would DC or San Francisco.
yeah.
Given the choice as not a vendor person,
Right.
but just going for fun.
Yeah. Relieve the mask wearing is enforced. Yeah, that's I already read that one. Yep, that's right. Their announcements couldn't hear anything about that in the small room. Oh yeah, it
That's
wasn't in the
too
small room.
bad.
They only had the announcements in the big room.
That's helpful.
That's true. Yeah. No, they fly to San Francisco. That would be like a 4-day drive.
Yeah.
Otherwise, that is very far
Yeah.
from North Carolina. Doesn't get a whole lot further, actually.
No,
I mean,
that
so,
would just
yeah.
no.
But even
If
flying
we
to
drove, I'd be like, nope.
even flying
Sorry,
is 5 to 6 hours just in the air. It's
Oh, I got my itinerary. I haven't sent it to you though.
oh,
Get the red eye back.
cool.
It's direct at least.
That's
going there. It's not direct.
Well.
But
After trying your 823, I know what the next purchase will be. Yeah, no, 823 is really good. I let a few people try that 823 at the show, and the consensus seemed to be that, like, yeah, no, it actually is extremely good.
I'm so glad that Pilot is going to shows now.
Yeah.
I mean, I've not gone up to. I've been busy, but
Yeah.
I'm really glad that they have somebody that's like, why aren't we doing this?
Yeah,
You know?
so Shane and Bill and Jacqueline, who runs
you
their
got to
social
talk to
media,
them.
I
Yeah.
got to hang out with them quite a bit,
Yeah.
which was nice. Made some connections there. Good folks. May have some pilot stuff coming my way in the future.
That'd be great.
Yep, could be. Recommend a good magnet-based capping pen. There was one at the show. I didn't catch the brand. So they're like You have one in mind?
Well, there's a couple. Depends on your price point. The newer Viscontis with their magnets were actually pretty good. That you
This
had
the
them.
the Breeze, I think.
Was it the?
Oh, you're thinking of the Homo sapiens?
Yeah.
Those are real expensive.
Well,
yeah.
there was no price mentioned, and
true.
then for an inexpensive pen, that Ritma is actually a good.
Yeah, I've heard
one.
some like inconsistent stories about that. Like,
really?
some
The
people,
one you had is
some
fine.
people don't have the. So you'll know if you get a good Ritma when you try to pull the cap off and it goes.
Yeah.
Because it really like pulls a vacuum. That
Yeah.
thing is real good. And so if it's got that pop, then it's gonna be good. Mine was
the
great.
Monteverde, yeah.
I think the Visconti Breeze ones are supposed to be really good. I didn't use those, but Fig Boot did, and we were playing with
really?
them. They were pretty good, pretty darn good.
And those are cheaper for Visconti, at least. That's what I would.
I've got a Pininfarina that we'll look at today that's a magnet cap. I don't know how good the seal is, so I haven't inked it yet, but I will soon. So, yeah. Peniter. I haven't used any of the Peniters, although there is a really cool looking Peniter that I was going to pull up later. Let me...
Yeah, the one that they were talking about at the show that was just released? Oh. Okay.
That's the Psycho, and that costs like $1,500.
That's a choice, you know?
There we go. Yeah, so this is the Peniter Avatar. Oh, this is a screw-on cap. Never mind. Oh, wait, is it?
No, there isn't.
Is this a magnet cap?
It looks like it. It looks like it's just the section into the barrel.
Yeah, I think this is a magnetic cap. I've heard good things about these. And I like this amber and black they've got going on in these new black edition ones. I'm kind of considering one of those. I mean, $126 ain't bad.
Yeah, for Peniter, which I've never had.
Yeah, I haven't either. And you can get like 10% off with like the Pen Addict code.
Yeah.
Which is I think Pen Addict on this
Or your birthday code
this thing
if
right
you
up here.
sign up for Pen Chalet.
Yeah, right. So that'd be good. I don't know. I'm tempted by that one. I think the silver and gold is pretty good, but this black and amber like reminds me of Ultim a lot.
It does.
And I like
Yeah,
that, so.
it does.
Only thing about Peniter UR is the metal ring on the cap is kind of sharp. Those
really?
little like the little knurling bits in there. Yeah, I'm not sure how much that would bother me. It depends on if like maybe if you post it or something. I don't know. Peniter seem fairly good. Mine sadly has the magnet backwards. The magnet's backwards, so it pushes the cap off the pen. No. That's hilarious.
Carol says she's getting her 912. Did you say that?
I haven't gotten that yet, no. Oh, and Pilot 912 with a PO nib. Well, you'll like that.
Yeah.
Because you like those UEFs and stuff. The PO is not as fine as UEF, but it's good. Yeah. Peniter's QC is really bad. Yeah, that's too bad. Well, like I said, I haven't tried it. I just thought it looked cool and heard about it this week. Agreed that band is sharp. Interesting. Edge of it seems unfinished. Weird.
Wow.
All right, well. Maybe I'll talk to Ron at Pen Chalet and be like, hey, let me borrow one of them things.
Goodness.
Am I boring you? Sorry, bud. There's cat cam.
Very big yawn.
Scooch you this way.
There you go.
There we go. Sit here, bud. There we go. Good. All right. I think the Shown Ultim EF is the best pin you have. Wow, that's pretty good. Great. We'll take a look at a couple of those today for sure. All right, so you want to talk about stuff we got?
Sure, I didn't get that much.
We got...
You got...
She keeps saying
so
we didn't
much
get that
stuff.
much. I mean,
I worked. How would I have time to get anything, you know? I worked so hard.
Well, I don't know. This is... Okay, I put you there, but now I got to scooch you back. There we go.
Wow.
This is, in some sense, yours. This is all yours. This here is yours. These are yours. Yeah, no, Audrey didn't get anything. Nothing at all. You poor... Well, those aren't specifically yours.
They are now.
So, he's going to chomp that.
Becky, is Shooky your favorite?
No, don't chomp this pen. That's mean. Okay, so let's look at this stuff. So, one of the places that where we got a lot of this, one is from our friend Joseph, who rated the Daiso store.
At Daiso, they apparently have the little characters we have back here that like to be in corners.
So we've got Sumo Garage. Sumo Garashi is the...
Sumiko Kogashi.
Sumiko Garashi.
Yeah.
So these are actually for...
I'm excited for that.
We should put them on a power plug.
I know,
then.
I just hadn't done it.
These are for power plugs. So it's got little cutout things, and you like put it on your wall charger for your phone or whatever. That's
Who knew
fun.
that was a thing?
Right? Not me.
I didn't.
You got this fun decal.
Should I put it on my car? Should I put it on my computer? Should I put it on a notebook? Should I put it on a tumbler?
So many ideas. You got these.
You're like, I'm gonna ignore all those things.
You got some. You got some of these fun stickers. How cute are these?
Which one's your favorite?
I haven't even looked at these. Really.
I glanced and I immediately had a favorite.
No, don't chomp.
He would love to chomp those though.
Probably this my little shrimp, who is a sushi shrimp.
I was liking this one because it has the pork cutlet as well. And
it does have all of them.
Yeah.
It's true.
And this one's too, but I don't understand. It looks like he's going to eat it, so I don't...
He is. He's putting soy sauce on him.
I don't like that.
No, you're messing up my focus. There we go. And then we got the dinosaur here eating a fish. We have a...
That's,
I don't remember what that means.
Takeji?
No,
Takeji. Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
And then more.
Oh, it's nautical themed.
They're on a beach. Yep. It's got gravy instead of suntan
penguin
lotion.
That may not be a penguin.
Could be. Those are fun.
Fun.
These are also fun. Like I said,
summertime fun.
Joseph really rated the Daiso. We're like, what do I owe you? And he's like, I don't know, like $30. I bought like everything. So.
A mariachi penguin.
That's pretty fun.
Mariachi.
This is a pork cutlet carrying a shrimp tail in a backpack.
Yep.
Cute. Had some face masks.
If you saw the picture, on FC Instagram, there's a picture of me wearing that.
You were wearing this, little face masks. That's from a different store.
Yep.
What else did we get there? That was, this was from Daiso as well. Some sticky notes. And these little guys. Little page notes, sticky tabs.
Oh, those are fun, yeah.
Can you say the dinosaur again? I don't know how to say the dinosaur. Takage, maybe? I don't know, man.
It's like Tokage or something like that. It probably says on the thing back there, but...
I don't know. This is a washi tape of all of them stacked up. It's fun.
Very fun.
Anything else that was from that? Oh, and this pen that Mr. Nose really wants to chomp.
Yep.
You can see these ears. These ears are waiting to chomp. Yep. There you go. That was from there. These,
Yep.
These over here. Oh, there was another one. This one.
Is there another one?
No. Oh, no, that's Line Friends.
That's what I was thinking at first, too, but... Nope.
These over here. And then we went to a place called Little Black Rabbit Papier, or Little Black Rabbit Paper, which you can find on Facebook. Actually, let me go find their thing right quick. Sorry, trying to see around a nose here. Where's my...
Oh, no. Sale post. Goodness. Bruce says he's enjoying the lovely pen rest he got from you.
Oh, good.
I don't know which one he got. I don't know if you made it or if I made it.
Don't remember. I
want to see what they have. Free shipping over... Oh, happy... I almost said 4th of July. Friday the 13th.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so Little Black Rabbit Papers. Here is a Little Black Rabbit. And they have all manner of cool things, a bunch of which I'm going to show you because we bought a lot of their things.
They were so nice, too. I didn't get their names, but...
No, I didn't either. You should start a line of pen-themed pet treats to sell at shows so owners have placating gifts to offer when they get home.
There you go.
That'd be fun. Spent your entire life trying to see around my nose. No, it's not that bad. You're a doppelganger of me, so... All right, you want to get down? Cool.
No, he just wants to get all the rest of this.
So, yeah, we've got pins and papers and washi tapes. Yeah. Fun stuff. Darn it. There we go. It keeps showing the wrong window somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know why. And so I got...
Fat tigers.
Yep. I got these fat tigers. Chubby tigers.
Oh, chubby is cute.
Chubby tiger stickers. Yes. There's chubby tiger being sneaky.
It has a little cub on its head.
There's a grump tiger.
Yeah.
It's me.
There's a snowball one, too.
Yeah. There's one attacking massively the snowflakes. So we got some chubby tiger stickers, which are fun. We got sets of these BTS stickers because they had some of those, which are super fun.
They're BT21, technically.
Okay, BT21, which is a branch of BTS. Closely related.
Fair.
These are all like neon style, which I think is pretty sweet.
Yeah, they're
I
really
like that
cool.
art.
If anyone wants to see, we can look at some of them. But
This is those same characters on a washi tape.
I like the scallop.
What is BTS? Look. BTS is a massive Korean K-pop band. They are like the top-selling band in the world for quite a while.
Yep.
They are huge, and also just good fellas.
They are very nice.
Yes. I got this pocket protector because it has my weird little shrimp tail.
Yep.
My
weird little shrimp tail.
It looks ridiculous in my pocket, though. I was wearing this. I might have been wearing this actually in the live video. I'm not really.
I don't remember if you were then.
I think I was.
You might have.
Yeah.
Because that was Friday.
But yeah, it has my Evie Fry. I'm not grumpy. Sometimes. This is an eraser.
That has the
with the
dinosaur.
whale lizard dinosaur. I got. They had. Oh, I got this, which is they were doing wax seals, and they also had sealing wax. You may have to just close him out. He's going nuts over here.
Come on. You leave, you stay.
Yep. That's the way it has to go. Good. They were doing wax seals and sealing wax here. Wait. Yes, you were? I don't know when I was grumpy. This is...
Thank you, Sarah.
This is...
Honeycomb with a bee?
Yep, that's right. Honeycomb with a bee. Oh, No's got yeeted. Yeah, no, he's got to get yeeted. That's the way it goes. No's still getting used to being back. He cannot contain himself. He has to be like on us all the time, which is like fine, except for I have to do stuff. So, chomping frenzy. He's in a chomping frenzy. Yeah. I tried this out, and it's actually a very nice wax seal. And this was like $11, maybe, like not much at all for a real good wax seal.
Because you need to have what's the word I'm looking for? Deep inset to have a nice seal.
Yeah, you want it to have a deep inscription and nice like crisp edges, and this definitely has that. So, and then I got a couple of pens. These are limited, like Japan releases from Platinum.
Was it Japan? This one might be.
I think she said Japan.
Chinese? Okay. Well, there's.
I could be wrong. But...
I don't. Well, the Gudetama is obviously Japanese, so maybe it's just Japanese. I could be wrong. Yeah. Cow.
This is a cow pen. It's got the same nib and such as the...
It has a star on it.
Yeah, it's got a star. It's just like the Preppies, but it's got a star.
Yeah.
Which is cool. Comes with this interesting little converter.
Yeah.
Which has a ball in it.
Yeah.
But it's not a normal converter. It's actually like a plunger. So it's got this black, stick coming up out of the back that usually you would twist. This one has like this thing you just like push down. Just a straight up plunger.
Haven't used it yet.
Seems seems like it'll totally work, and it's extremely simple.
Yeah.
So that's cool. But it's also surprising they threw it in with a pen. So
yeah.
But that was $11.50.
And there's a cartridge in there too, so I'll just refill that. If they hadn't given it.
Yeah, right. I saw that, and Audrey had to have it, and then she came over to the table, and she had to have this one.
It's Gudetama.
Gudetama is a lazy egg.
Yeah. And it's sparkly and a yellow, so I couldn't help it.
Does it work weird? Does it work with other Platinum pens? It's got to, because these are their Preppies, and they use their standard cartridges, so it's got to work with other Platinum pens.
Yeah.
See what color they gave us here.
Probably black.
It says PB, so Platinum Black.
Yeah.
That's fine. The blue-black one that they usually give is junk. But this black one is usually fine. So that's cool. It has another little star on it. It's kind of egg. Oh, it has a Gudetama on the cap, too. I didn't even see that.
That's why it cost more.
That's why it costs more. This is $18. But
totally worth it.
Yeah. There's those. And then later on, they had a... They had like a sort of a flash sale situation where it was 10 washi tapes for $11, I think.
Or the opposite, it was like 11 washis for $10 or something.
Something like that. I forget. Sarah here was with me, so she can tell you. But we were walking past, and the lady like reached out. She's like, "Mike, we're having this washi thing. You want to sign up?" Because they were sort of limiting how many people could be there. It was like 4 people at a time max. And so she knew my name by then, and she also and Sarah was like, "Oh yeah, put me on there, 10 for 11." She says, "Yeah." Not a fan of the slide converters. I mean, I haven't tried it yet, so who knows? Might be good, might be junk. Who knows? Yeah, it was dangerous and amazing. It was actually really great. So the platinum star pins are sold in China and Korea. Interesting.
Because I'm pretty sure, I forget what it's not eBay, but their version of like Amazon or something like that.
Taobao or something.
Yeah, that's where I was looking before, I think.
Yeah. So I ended up getting a bunch of washi tape. And so like I got this one with foxes, which was fun. They had like these big boxes of washi tape, and so Sarah and I were just pawing through them for a while.
Like a fox?
Yeah, like a fox. Endless had the package 6 for $30. Wow, that's pretty awesome. No wonder. This is Pusheen washi tape. This is kind of some just like
plaid.
Yeah, just kind of a plaid. I don't have much washi tape that's just kind of plaid like this, so I decided to grab some of that. I also have this one, and I cannot remember the name of this pattern, but it's this sort of...
name? Yeah, I don't know.
No, there's definitely a name for it. It's like this repeating Japanese wave pattern thing. I can't remember the name of it, but this looks really nice. I had to grab that. I got this fun one with rabbits and carrots.
I just ripped it because I could not open it. I'm sorry. Are you mad?
No.
Oh. I was so worried.
No, it's totally fine. It's rabbits and carrots, and then this is just like some cute little figures, like flowers and bears and stuff.
Yeah.
Thought it was cute. Got another one with foxes because I like foxes.
Don't judge him. He likes foxes.
That's right. Got this one with trees. I thought that was fun.
We're getting Beth levels of washi.
I know, right? And this is the one that Audrey tore the... You really did give this box to business.
I couldn't help it.
And there was this one. I'm like, I wonder what this looks like. And it's... I was actually kind of hoping it would have that RV, but I don't think it does.
I don't know.
I think it's just the road. It's like a... Well, I don't know. Let's like stretch some out. Let's see how it goes. Well, I think we've seen all of it actually here. But it's just like... Yeah, it's just like grassland and telephone poles and stuff. I don't know. It seems interesting. Yeah. And this one's kind of a... What do you call it? Argyle?
Yeah.
I think it's probably an Argyle.
Yeah.
I thought that looked neat. And then these also, I think, were part of that deal. But these are little corgi stickers. So...
Those are cute.
Right? That's what they look like.
Cute.
Right?
Yes.
So those were accomplished.
So that's all we got there.
That's it. That's all. That's no more than that.
Yeah.
I know we could have done worse for sure. The row with the RV. Yeah, the row is fun. I hope it's got the RV on it, but I don't know. It doesn't look like it does. I haven't stretched it out yet, but we'll see.
What do you want to show next?
I'm trying to get this stuff out of here. I got some sealing wax from
Lightbringer.
From Lightbringer. Got a few colors of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so it was $2 a piece or 6 for 10, right? Was that?
Yeah,
I think it was
so.
the deal. Seems right to me. It saves a little bit of cash. So I got a bunch of different colors of this. Harry Berger, who runs, who had the washi tape, that was Little Black Rabbit Pepire. They were out in the hall next to Lemur Inc. And Harry Berger over at Lightbringer, who makes all kinds of cool like signet rings and sealing wax seals and other stuff, is like very picky with the wax he uses.
Yeah.
He used to use that Atelier gargoyle, but they stopped making wax.
And he said he was going to try and get the formula and they wouldn't do it. Or...
Yeah, I think he tried to buy the formula from them and they were like, nah. Which is too bad because that stuff is good.
Yeah.
And it smells good too.
I'm curious why they wouldn't. I mean, I guess, I don't know.
Oh, man. So he got this kind, and he wouldn't like tell me who makes it. Maybe just because it was nobody I would ever like run into.
Possible.
But he tests out the sealing wax by putting it on postcards and envelopes and stuff, and sending it to New Zealand.
Yeah. He's
got some friends out in New Zealand. He like mails stuff to them, and if it survives, it has passed the New Zealand test.
Yeah.
So this is supposed to be pretty good. They're a little bit short, I think. Like they seem kind of small to me, but maybe they're we'll see how they last.
It probably just depends on how it pools. Like, I feel like certain things may last longer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see how this one goes. Could be good. I'm into it.
Yeah, you still have some of the old wax too, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was talking to Harry about like which ones we're hoarding.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, is this royal blue? And I'm like, is it the TARDIS blue? He's like, oh yeah. I'm like, yeah, that's mine too.
Yeah.
So And I got one of these, which is the Twisby Swipe. Swipe. Bought this from Lemur Inc. Friend John Phelan. And they changed the packaging for this from the Ecos and all that stuff. And the Go. It's very different from the Go as well. It's nice packaging, actually. It's got this like little clamshell thing. Yeah. And then for the US, it came with 3 different filling systems. Because, why not? So we've got here a cartridge, which is massive. Look at the size of this thing. It is a big
cartridge, yeah.
Here's a Standard International. So that's it next to a Standard International cartridge. Like, it's huge compared to that. And it's way bigger in diameter, too. I mean, that's a big old cartridge. I don't know what the color is. I mean, it's probably just Twisby Black. They have their own ink now.
Yeah.
And then this is the piston converter, which is a pretty
big piston converter, too.
Right? It's got some serious volume it holds, I think. And we'll have to see if it works, but it is big for sure. That card needs to be a little bigger. Yeah, it could be bigger. Does that fit in any of the FC pens?
Well, no, I don't think so.
What? Well, I think they're Standard International.
Are they standard?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know. I've never tried.
Let's give it a shot. I got one here that's empty. I've been meaning to use this for my video on how to ink pens. Let's use this. This is too fat to go in there.
Wow.
So does this go in there? No, it's too big. It's too big. Wow. Like they really went for barrel size here. It just won't even go in the hole.
So they just have a bigger hole. Yeah, that's what you have to do.
Yeah, this will fit on the nipple thing, I think. Well, let's do it with this. What am I doing? Yeah. No, it fits fine. It's a Standard International. So that means you can put whatever cartridges you want in here. But it won't fit in the section. It's too big.
I'm curious what it would fit then.
Probably just Twisbys.
Yeah, I don't know.
And there might be some others.
There might be some others.
We'll have to do that sometime. Just like take apart a bunch of pens and see what it'll fit in.
Yeah.
I wonder if it'll fit in this custom. It's my John Albert. No way. No way. No, the diameter of this thing is actually the diameter of this whole situation. Yeah. It's so big. So, nope, no dice.
It's just she thinks that the hole is a tiny bit different.
You think? I mean, it did fit on the nipple part there, so.
Visually, the way you put it on there seemed like it was fine. It didn't seem like it was wobbly or anything.
Yeah, the cart diameter is huge. The hole is the same. Yep, that seems right to me. So you can put a Standard International in one of these if you want, but well, actually, I don't know. I've got one right here. We can try it out. Got an empty one.
What other colors do they have for this?
There are only 2 colors of that pen.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, it's just blue and black, I think. So I went for the blue because I think it looks nice. Oh, and they gave you a spring too, and this is to use if you can use it optionally with a cartridge. Maybe because if you're using a tiny cartridge, it would keep it from falling off, maybe, or something. Who knows?
The barrel was bigger or something.
It says optional, so.
There's.
Yeah, so this is the new thing, which is this. Whoa. We'd heard that would happen.
Well, it did.
Now I want to do it. Wow, look at the size of that thing.
Whew. I did it to the side and it sprang. How did I do that?
I don't know.
Well, it moved a little bit.
Yeah. Like it takes itself off the...
Yeah.
It unseats itself for sure.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Let's see if this will fit on there. Yeah, it'll fit a Standard International. It'll just look tiny. Yeah, you won't be able to tell anyway.
It's opaque.
Yeah, you can put a Standard International in there. It works. Ask for a refund. It should self-yeet. I saw somebody was playing with one in the ballroom, and it was like flying across the thing. But UK Swipe does not contain the non-spring. Does not contain the non-spring converter. You have to buy it separately. Oh, interesting. So it comes with the spring one. Yeah. So this seems like
that makes sense to me. If it fits the Standard International, I'd rather pay less since I have a million Standard International converters and get the new thing and not have to be forced to pay for the extra one.
It has a little groove in the bottom of the converter. Is there a little groove in here? I hear the groove is in the heart.
Yeah.
No, there's no groove. Why the heck is that there? Weird. Yeah, it doesn't lock up very tight, which is why that comes off. But I think it's so long that it can't unseat itself once you've screwed the barrel closed. Because yeah, it hasn't moved. I think it must be all the way up against the back of the barrel.
Might be.
Let's see. Yep. It is the same length as the barrel. So yeah, so it's not going to come off even if it's good. Pretty good. I don't know. Seems neat. I haven't inked it up yet, but it's got the same nibs as the Go and the Eco and stuff. So I think it'll be totally fine. Yeah. How do you like the cap?
I don't love the clip. I don't know.
I like the way the clip looks a lot.
Really?
Yeah, I think it looks nice.
Oh.
I like the way it wraps around. I like that it's got this nice curve to it. The problem is it's basically unusable because look how tight it is.
That's the other. Yeah, that's part of the reason why I was like, it's so.
Yeah.
Looking at it, I'm like, this is just so flat. There's no area to move because it's so thick here. I was like, I don't know how it.
This is the TWSBI Swipe, David. Swipe. It's not on the box anywhere, is it? Weird. Swipe. There we go. TWSBI Swipe. Yeah, Brian and Dan Don and I were trying this on various papers to see like what we could clip it onto, because you're not clipping this on your jeans.
Yeah. No.
Just, there's no way. We found that we could get a sheet of Tomoe River under it.
Oh, cool.
But also that it will maul that sheet of Tomoe River. It's too tight. Like there's no real give in this thing either. Like just a little bit.
Yeah, I just feel like it looks.
You can kind of slide it on
too
this.
Plasticky. I don't know. There's just something that's just not my favorite part of the pen.
Weird, because it's definitely made of metal.
It just looks that way.
Yeah. Yeah, I think...
but I mean, how much was this thing?
28. I think it's the same price as the Eco. Yeah.
I mean, I would rather pay less and not have that extra converter. And then that's just...
Yeah, I think it's like 25 or something without the converter overseas.
Oh.
It's not that much less.
No.
But,
I can do something else with $350.
Yeah. And I like the Go is like $18, which is... The Go is a very good pen.
Yeah.
It's weird looking, and I think that puts people off.
Yeah.
But I think this is a much more normal looking pen. This looks more like a Preppy or something like that, you know?
It seems like they just wanted a roll stop.
That makes sense. Yeah. It's a roll stop, not a clip, says BG. Yeah.
Yep.
Don't like it? Sorry. It's fair. You know, don't got to. And I think for the same price, I'd just go for an Eco. That's my review
so
before.
Far,
Before actually using it.
Yeah.
I just go for an Eco, I think. Same price.
The thing, I think it's interesting they went for high ink capacity.
Yeah.
In this version, when the reason why I don't like to use piston fillers that much, because it takes forever to clean, and I would rather change my inks up more often. So I just don't. And so for this, I just want to change my inks more often. Don't give me more ink capacity. Like the fine, really a cartridge. I'm not writing that much. That's just me. I know there are people who write pages and pages.
You do write that much. You burn through pens fairly regularly.
Well, that's true. But I only ink one or two at a time, so that helps.
Sure.
But
yeah.
So that's the thing about this is I don't need a huge cartridge.
I think we're kind of in the minority there.
That's probably
a lot of people want as much capacity as they can get.
Well, with the increasing amount of ink brands and new limited edition ones, I could still see people changing more now than they used to.
I think so too. I mean, there are people. Like I was just on the Fountain Pen Network Facebook page, and there are people somebody's like, "Hey, I've been in fountain pens for a long time. I just discovered there's a brand called Diamine. Anybody know anything about that?" So like, there are some people who just use one or two inks. Our friend Brian Anderson's like that. He's like, he
owns a brand, and
there are like 3 inks that dude uses. I mean, at least last time I was talking to him about ink. I haven't talked to him about ink in a while, but just kind of, he likes pens, but he just puts the same ink in them. He knows what he likes, you know?
Well, I think there's a good thing to say for having that.
Yeah, sure.
To having those 3 with different properties that you know how they work. And it's either wet, dry, and having a variety is always a good, and just knowing what those are like to help you figure out troubleshooting. But it's fun to try out different ones too.
There are some like Waterman inks that people are like, no, I just use Waterman because it works in everything.
Like Cerami Blue and stuff.
Yeah, works in every pen, works on every paper. Like, why use fancy stuff if it gives me problems? I'm just going to go with what is. I'm just writing this stuff with a pen. I just want it to be easy. And I think that's cool.
Artistic,
We forgot 2 things we didn't get.
We did. I didn't know that you'd stolen them.
So these are chopstick holders from that from the Black Rabbit. Audrey got a carrot because she has several carrot pens and likes carrots.
I would like to have my carrot pens sit on a carrot rest.
Yeah, super cute.
Yeah.
It works.
Hey! Good. Sorry.
Cat causing havoc out there.
Yeah.
It sits in this little cat's tail. I want to see what's going on out there. Cat's making all kinds of things.
Hey.
Yeah. Susie probably wants this to be their entry-level pen for total news. So the fountain pen world need to fiddle with a bottle to stick a cartridge in. Yeah, and they're selling the cartridges, themselves and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. Claire Rice said they'd be happy with just 1 ink. Is that Athena Blue Black? Is that is that the one? I have a ton of inks, so I always just reach for the same inks over and over. But it's that Athena. She's going to tell me. Carrotception, indeed. Cat fight? No, not a cat fight. I think he was clawing at trying to dig his way in. 12 to 19 inks a month that you use and rotate them so you enjoy them all. That's cool.
Wow.
Nothing wrong with that. Chopstick holders, nifty. Now I want sushi. Yup.
I get through 4 maybe a month, but not the same ones.
Yeah, probably.
Usually once a week, I go through a converter.
I am much slower.
Well,
I have
I
have so many
sense.
pen zinked that it's kind of that. You don't know what Google did to your emoji? Yeah, it's a really put a sun coming out from behind clouds or something. Weird. Athena Eternal Blue. Yeah. Could also live with Shinkai. I mean, if you had to. Shinkai is an Irishizuku Blue Black. I think.
I've only used a few of those.
Yeah, so there's those. Let's look at pens first, and then look at ink.
Okay.
Audrey's gonna swatch a couple of inks.
I don't know if we have time. It's almost 6 o'clock. It's
almost time to talk about
pizza time.
Oh, I got a couple of papers here actually. So, I got a Nebula note, which is a Tomoe River notebook.
Where'd you get that from?
I was
trying. You wish I didn't ask that.
Well, I wrote it down. I was like, I think it was Lucky Star. I think I got it from Lauren, but it might have been from Drum Ghouls. And I'm not 100% sure, but it was either Lauren,
because they were both next to each other.
Yeah, Fly Girl Elliott. She was there with Zoya and Krusak and such. But yeah, these are supposed to be really nice. And Brian Chu was like, "Oh, I need another one of those." He said it was really good, so I'm like, "All right, I'll get one."
How many sheets are there in that? Or which kind of paper is
100 sheets. Tomoe River 52 gram.
52.
Cream. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'll just set this aside.
Do you like the 52 or 68 better?
I like this 52 a little bit better in a notebook, I've got some of the loose leaf and it crinkles if you look at it crossways.
Yeah.
So that's I hate that.
Yeah.
But this might just be a retirement plan. I'll stash it with my Lamy Dark Lilac and stuff.
Yeah.
And then
they're going to make it again at some point. You're going to really just lose all that money.
I know. And then I got this one from Lisa Van Ness at Van Ness Pens. She sold out a lot of paper this weekend, which is cool, but she had some papers that I was like, oh, I need to get some of that. I meant to buy it, and somebody bought it all. She had the big Kukuyo soft roll notebooks, or soft ring. They have little squishy rings. I love those. She had them in a big size. So, but this is from Germany. It's called Binder Work, and it's got these interesting clips up at the top, and then the paper is loose leaf.
Oh.
Let's get in here.
Ooh, $17.
Yeah, this was a review sample.
It just doesn't seem like there was that many sheets. That's why I go, whoo.
Yeah, fancy imported papers can get up there.
Sure.
Yeah. Soft rings are the best. They're really good, right? I got an email from the Shallot new first ever limited edition PR ink, Midnight Blue. Oh, interesting. Interesting. I've got some private reserves here that Neve gave me from Yafa.
Yep.
All right, so we have this. Oh, so this folds over. This fun little card showing how it's like
That's
pressed
nice.
and flattened.
They have the little machine showing there. I like that.
In our book bindery in Prin and the shores of Lake Kimissi, we produce writing books in a large variety of stationery. Interesting. Yeah. I hadn't heard of this company before or anything. Binderwork, Prin, Germany. Interesting. So they have these. And how does this...
There's an online shop as well. shop.bindwork.de.
Oh, here we go. They slide up like this. Oh, let's loose up paper.
What kind of paper is it? Their paper?
Yeah, I think so.
Interesting.
You can see it's got a like a water. These are the laid lines, actually, is what that's called, I think.
So they sort of have lines and little lines, like little grids within each.
Yeah. So this is.
It's hard to see it. Do you have?
I think this actually. There you go. You can see it on the camera. This is actually from the machine where when they make it. It was like pressed. So it's not like like a grid line or something that they print. It's like it's kind of in the paper. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. I don't know. Let's see how it works. I haven't had a chance to use it yet, but I like these little binder clip things anyway. I figure you can just put more paper in these when you run out.
You would think.
Because I've constantly got. It's pretty tight with this number of pages in it, actually. I'll just leave this out. Be more trouble than it's worth trying to get it back in there. Yeah. Bind work. So that's neat. I'll give that a try. We'll have that on the blog eventually.
Did I ask you how many sheets in that? 100, maybe?
You did not ask, and I don't have any idea.
Okay. Yeah, it doesn't say.
Yeah, it doesn't say anywhere. Let me put this in there, too. There we go. You look it up, or? Okay. All right. Nice knife. Yeah, thanks. That's a cool writing book. Yeah, I think it's a pretty cool writing book too. It looks like it's Fantastic Blue. I don't know what that is about. It's like a fancy clipboard that comes pre-filled with nice paper. Yeah, kind of. Although, like, it's not. I do wish the back was thicker. The back and the
same in the front.
Yeah, the back and the front are like kind of a heavy. I mean, it's a heavy gauge, like chipboardy sort of. Not chipboard. What do you call this? It's not quite cardboard. Way heavier than paper than stock.
They don't have anything on there.
Oh, interesting. I think this might just be very new and they just never put it on there. Yeah, I don't know. Like, if this was harder, I'd be psyched if this was a little bit stiffer. But, we'll see how it works. And also, let's see if I can bend this back without tearing the top off. I don't know. I also I wish I could, I need another set of, like, foldy lines in here so I can fold this around the back without breaking it. I don't know. You just saw me open it. That's all the experience I have with it. It's not particle board. It's like an extra heavy cardstock, but still kind of bendy.
Products.
Oh yeah, sure enough. Interesting. All right.
I've not found those.
Yeah. And then I have this one from Galen. So I stopped by the Galen leather table and talked with Eunice for a while. Had some Turkish coffee. All that.
Sorry, I was remembering the Turkish coffee and what happened.
Oh, yeah. Made it while I'm still on? Yeah, totally. There we go.
Yeah, I can't find it on their website.
Yeah, like a real thick craft paper. Yeah, that could be right. Maybe slightly stiffer, but yeah, like real thick. I like these little covers they make. These are good cases.
Yeah.
There we go. Interesting. So this is the new Galen Leather book, and they make these with Cosmo Airlight.
Oh.
Cal.
Interesting.
Yeah, pretty good. It's got a little bit of a wrinkle down here, but it lays very flat.
Yeah, it does.
It's heavy enough that it lays real flat.
Yeah.
This is fairly thick. Let's see, does it say what thickness this is? Anywhere? Maybe inside? Alright, here's the thing, notebook makers. Put details in your books. put it on the inside cover or something. Tell me what this is. Like, if I didn't know this was Cosmo Airlight from Galen Leather, like, there is nothing on this book. It is black front and back. Put it on the spine, maybe? Something like that. Have I tried cal paper yet? This is, I think, the lightest version of Cosmo Airlight.
Is it?
It's
I don't know as much about that as you do.
So I think this is like 70 pound or something like that. There's a 96, I want to say, and a 115.
Wow.
I think I've got the 115 because that's all that Shigura had when I went there. Yeah. And I've tried the 90 something. I've got some of that from Kimberly.
Yeah.
And those are both, I think they're both pretty good. The heavy one is, like, that's pretty much cardstock. Like, that stuff is heavy. Yeah. 115 pound paper is thick. Yeah. But this is much more like a normal paper. Still pretty thick. You can hear it's got some texture and stuff.
Definitely.
Yeah. Comes with some guide sheets, which is cool.
That's always nice to have.
All the grids.
I mean, you can always print them off from
Well-appointed desk. Mm-hmm. But you don't have to because it comes with.
Yeah.
And this is another thing they give that is really interesting. And this is a leather blotter sheet. Just a strip of real thin leather that you use for a blotter.
Yeah. Fancy.
Yeah.
I'm used to just being like, well, there's that absorbent sheet that you always have in there, not leather.
Yeah. Right. I've never used leather for it before. I think this is something I started doing after I got my last notebook from them.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's nice. I just wish there was more information. There's no information on the box, even. I don't think. Nope. It's kind of damp. Why is it damp? Oh, you know what it is? This bag, when I got it, which comes in this nice bag and stuff.
Yeah.
Somebody had spilled something in my bag. Like, this was damp.
Really?
That's why this is a little bit wrinkly at the bottom. This has really held. I'm going to have to leave this out of the case. Yeah, I don't know what it was. Somebody was going around that ballroom and spilling things. It's not cool. Leather blotter piece works so well and is soft. Interesting. Like, the back of it's kind of, like, it's rough. It's like shark skin going this way. It's smooth this way.
Definitely sounds. They have so much stuff. I don't know.
Wow.
Look at all their.
Yeah. Bind work. Wow. They do have a lot of stuff.
So I'm not sure what to look up. There's notes, sketch books, planners. No, I looked on your notebooks. I didn't see the clasp.
The clippy things. Yeah.
I don't know what exercise books are.
Me either. And I also got. Oh, let's do this first, real quick.
Oh wait, here. This might be it.
Use a leather chamois to wipe off your pens and stuff after inking. Oh, interesting. Everything you've seen about cal paper says good for fountain pen, but not anything else. I mean, I think it works perfectly well for pencils and stuff. I've used other stuff on it. I don't know. I'll give it a try. I'll be putting all kinds of stuff on it. Ink Guy says you had a great interview on The Pen Addict.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. So many people came up and said that. It was very nice.
Good. A lot of people told it to me, too. Like, oh, you were so good on The Pen Addict. I'm like, cool, go tell her about that.
They would come over and tell me, and they're like, Mike said I should tell you. I'm like, that sounds like Mike.
Tell the person who did a good job that they did a good job, you know? That's, yeah. So this is also from Galen. It's in that crazy horse leather that I like a lot. I mean, look at the pattern and stuff. It's crazy. I don't know if it comes from a horse or not. Probably doesn't. This is a notebook cover. So, like, you take that Cal notebook and stick it under here, underneath this thing. It's got a little pen loop in here, and then you just kind of wrap it up. He said it was better for like journaling stuff maybe than like an EDC sort of thing. Like you're gonna carry it because it's got this long strap that you wrap around it, and you kind of tuck this knotted end through there. Like, I don't know if I'd want to put this in my bag all the time just because it's a little bit fiddly with all the leather
ribbon stuff.
Leather thongs.
Sure.
I guess is what you call a piece of leather that long. I don't know, man.
They have those long notebooks that.
Oh, interesting.
That you can hold.
Yeah, those look cool. Wow, this Bend Workplace has all kinds of cool stuff.
I know.
I have to get a hold of them. But yeah, this is very nice looking, and these weren't very expensive. They were maybe like $20 or $30, I think. Pretty good. The Bendwork Clipper comes with 50 pages. Is it called the Clipper?
I was just gonna say. I think I just.
Oh, hey, she literally just found it. Yeah, Bendwork Clipper.
So this must be the smaller side. Oh yeah, here.
Yeah, it's got to be.
90 gram.
Yeah, 50 sheets, 90 grams.
A5. Yeah.
95. Yeah, it looks right. That looks like that. Yeah.
Yep.
Does it say what kind of paper it is? Description. There's no description.
There's nothing in the description
description
about
just
this one.
says nothing.
Everything else has descriptions except for this one.
Yeah. And then I got this, which is the new Galen Leather pen case.
And they sell refills in it. I didn't get to that yet, but yeah.
Oh, they sell refills for the clip?
It looks like it, yeah.
Neat. So this, or Clipper, is that what it was called? The Clipper, right?
Clipper.
Yeah. So this is the Galen Leather new pen case. These are hard. I wasn't anticipating them being
they are.
as hard as they are. Like, this is doesn't bend or whatever. It's got something. Refill set for Clipper, 260 euros. So
still doesn't say anything about that paper either.
Wow, they're just not telling.
Nope.
And it opens up like this, and then you have a pen tray that kind of slides out, so you can take your pens. And this is quite stiff.
Sure is.
It looks nice. It's got good magnets on it.
Yeah.
You know, the thing I wish that this had, as I've been using it for the last couple of days, a few days anyway, is I wish that there was like a tab or something to grab, open the lid. Because it's square across the top, and it's squared off here. And I don't want to have to scrape it with my fingernails every time to. You can see I've done that a little bit. Trying to open it, and you just put a
fingernail
fingernail
on it. That's part of the charm of the leather.
I know that's a thing, but also I don't want to mess it up. I don't know. This is thick leather. I don't think I'm gonna hurt it. I feel like giving a cow a little bit of a back scratch. But yeah, that's pretty good. So we will check that out on the old blog.
It's
and
nice
then these are pens that we've just gotten in or around the pen show. What's that?
Oh my. They have a day by day
planner situation.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. All right.
Yeah.
Neat. You could use a post-it on the. I could put one of those extreme post-its on the inside of the flap. That would.
There you go.
It'd probably tear the leather off.
Well, that's true.
Crazy Horse means the leather is full grain, hasn't been scraped to make it thinner. Thus, you'll also see any unique marks the animal might have. Oh. Okay, I thought it was a pattern. Interesting. You like the smoky gray notebooks of theirs? That must be the Bindwork stuff. Cool. One day you hope to get the medic writing bag. Yeah, the medic bag writing bag thing looked pretty cool.
Yeah.
They had at least 2 or 3 different sizes of it.
Yeah, I saw 2 that you showed on the thing.
I think there was a smaller, more cubular one as well, but I think I only saw that once. Maybe they didn't have very many, or maybe it was one of theirs, or prototype. I don't know. Yeah. I feel like I saw 3 types, but it's a cool thing that I'm also not sure I would ever use. I'm not sure. I got a lot of bags.
Yeah, it's less for you because you just have so many bags that you are particular about what you're going to use it for.
Right.
And that's more of an artistic.
Yeah, I feel like if I arted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would probably be very useful.
Especially if I arted at a coffee shop or something, because you bring it, set it on, it's poof, all your stuff is right there.
Yeah.
And I never do that, but I think for what it's for, I think it's pretty cool.
Exactly. Yeah.
And it seemed like the magnets and stuff were really it didn't feel like I was messing with it, see if I could make it fall apart.
Yeah.
It didn't, so that's good.
Yeah. You don't want to just give. Jostle it and just got all your stuff.
Oh. Right, because you're walking down the street and somebody bumps you and all of your stuff that's just horrible. You want to talk about your pen first?
I got another short long.
Yeah.
Which you're why is it called that? Well, the cap is super long. The body is super short.
Yeah.
Long, short. Long, short. So this is a Pilot Elite.
Is that why it's called that? See, I always think...
What?
So I always think of them as short longs. So it's short and you put the cap on the back and it makes it long.
Well, I think that's part of it. I think they go hand in hand. Of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Long, short, short, long. Yeah.
Yeah.
You posted it's a totally normal size pen.
Yeah, exactly. It's one of those things that totally normal.
Yeah.
And
show them that nib real quick.
So this has a script nib, which makes it special, which I don't really know exactly. I still have to do a little bit more research on it, but so it's 18 karat? Yeah, 18 karat script. And with these, basically these are vintage nibs or vintage pens. Sailor has some, Platinum has some, and often they have different colors inside, and depending on which colors on the inside, but also having this on the outside. There's flower ones, just little...
I guess some down here on the bottom of it too.
Yeah. That makes it worth more.
You got a fancy
basically.
band.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So all those little things make it worth more. You can look up different things on eBay or look on Japanese eBay sites and things. One of our friends does that and finds they have more of these obviously in Japan because they sold tons of them there, so people sell them for cheaper. You have to pay for shipping, but it's still going to be pretty cheap.
I like that it's got a drastically different grip section color.
Yeah.
So I have one that's a platinum, and it's got mine's bright blue.
Gotcha.
It's like just a regular silver body, but then it's bright blue when you open it. It's like, oh,
mine,
that's cool.
All the ones that we have, are like...
Don't you have a green one, too? I feel like you might have a green one. I don't know if it's
green. I'm trying to think. I have it in the other room, but I haven't looked in a little while.
These are Pilot Elites, and they're really nice.
Yeah.
Oh, from FPN. The pen has a script nib, so it's for script cursive writing. The nib has a bit of spring to it, but not enough to call it flexible, says Bijou.
Yeah, I have not inked it yet.
Yeah.
So I cannot vouch for springiness. But I'm not a person that really presses anyway.
Yeah, I don't really like it when my nibs are too springy.
It doesn't... I mean, just doing a cursory, just little thing that I normally do with any nib when I get it, without having it being inked... I mean, I'm not like, oh, spring,
Yeah. I don't want to poke it.
Yeah, fair.
I wouldn't call it flex by any means,
It's moving a little bit, but it's not.
Yeah, but it's not actually, spreading much. Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah. Well, when you ink that up, let's just see.
I have to see.
I also it has, a nice spring-loaded...
Really springy.
That's a legit clip.
Yeah.
You don't have that on the Twisby swipe.
No. No. Yeah. So anyway, I like those. We have a handful of them, but yeah, I enjoy it.
Did you want to talk about this one?
I forgot that even existed because out of sight, out of mind.
I've been writing with it for the last couple of days.
Really?
It's great.
Really?
Yeah, it's really good.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah.
So this, if the viewer is watching, thank you. He said not to name him by name, but you know who you are. So at the show, this person who I've recognized come to the show in years past came up and he said he had a pen that he'd gotten at the show previous years, and he just had found that he liked the polished Brooks material better
than the matte
version, like this one. And I was like, okay. And I was just wondering immediately, I'm like, does he want to exchange, or trying to think that's where it was going. And then he was saying that he had a nib on here that's a flex nib that Jim had ground into a SIG. And he's like, it just never really worked for his writing. And I was like, oh no, he doesn't like the pen or the... Oh no, what? How can we, Oh, there you go.
Might be Scott.
That's definitely the person who did. I recognize the name. That was definitely the first name, Scott.
Yeah.
And so he said, I want you to have this. And I was like, I mean, the nib itself, people just jump on getting a SIG Jim nib flex. Those are hard to come by. You have one, but I don't use yours. And so, and I'm like, well, no, you should just sell it. For this pen with that nib, you get good money for it, And he's like, I don't sell my pens. I'm not going to. Yeah. And I was like, well, you should. I mean, that's a lot of money. You should. He's like, no, I want you to have it. And I was like, oh my gosh. So
just rather you have a Jim Flex SIG. Yeah.
And so exciting for me because again, I didn't have a Jim Flex nib, and you've been playing with it. Just beautiful pen too.
Yeah, I actually really like the way it writes.
Really?
I think it's better than the one I have.
Really? I mean, you got the first versions.
Yeah.
Because it was like the press or a review sample thing that he had started them. Mm-hmm. So maybe just got better at them.
Maybe, but yeah, it's a beautiful pen.
So I haven't gotten to use it yet, but thank you so much, Scott. I was shocked, and I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it.
Well, I had it because you told me to put it in my pen case because you didn't want it to get mixed in
I didn't want to get, exactly. I didn't want to get to mix with the pens that were sitting
all
out.
The other Franklin
Exactly.
Yeah. So very cool. We like it a lot.
And it's a story that, it's a nib that Jim ground that, again, I didn't have. Maybe we have one in the shop, but it's not my personal one. It's just we have SIG nibs that are Jim's just as for historical purposes. I don't know what you want to say, just to have some of Jim's SIGs.
Yeah, so this will live in our collection forever. We never get rid of that.
So thank you so much, Scott.
Yeah,
it's
so cool.
Yeah, and it's so kind of you.
Got the Pocket Pilot names wrong way around. Relaunch E95S was USA and Elite in Japan. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mom likes the E95S.
Yeah.
It's got a burgundy and silver.
So if you
one.
like that pen, I mean, you can still get a pen that looks like that.
What model is this barrel? This is a...
That's 31.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's got a 31 right there. You can barely see.
So yeah, that's a Brooks material, red and white, I believe.
Something like that.
And then it's the matte material. And then the thing about the 31 too is that the nib is recessed, so you can see that you can't see what.
Can't see.
Actually, I don't know if this is a fine or extra fine.
It's probably just a fine.
Looks like it's just a fine.
Here, let me see. I can.
But we have both versions. But I think.
I lied. I can't read it.
I know it's so hard to see.
I was like, I can probably read it. No, I can't read it. Either way. Either way, it writes real nice, and I like it. So. Yep. And I didn't have a pen in that color either. So. Cool.
Aww. People are so nice in this community.
I know, right?
I mean, yeah. People are, yeah. I've gotten several pens from people just saying, I want you to have this. And it's just so nice.
Yeah.
And they're not like a preppy, which, heck, I mean, I'll take a preppy too. I don't care. But,
right.
I just think it's...
Yeah.
People are so nice.
Is there a reason for the recessed nib other than aesthetics? I think it's an aesthetic thing, right?
I think he does it sometimes based on the shape of the pen and the section and how far the hand is from the nib to paper. The hand. So I think that because the section is longer on this one and it doesn't have the
true.
The block.
Oh, the threads are way over the top.
Yeah. So I think it has to do with that in terms of aesthetics and feel from nib to.
Scott's thoughtful about that stuff. David asked how the BTS lattes were. I was going to try one.
Do you want to go get it?
Okay, go get it.
Okay. We have two of them.
We'll
Which one do you want me to get?
You got to get the taste of Jimin.
You got to get the taste of Jimin.
The sugar one's all you.
Okay.
And then this one is one that I got... this is one that I just posted an unboxing for. This is the Tactile Turn Nautilus. It's their seasonal release for the summer. And they sent one out for me to show off. I bought the previous two, and I was gonna buy this one actually, and then they were like, no, we'll send you one if you can do a video about it. So I did. But I think this is actually the best looking of these seasonal releases so far. The side click is of course great, super fidgety. But don't like the recessed nib design. Yeah, that's cool. I mean, I like it. I like it on the 20 as well, but it's not gonna be for everybody. That's totally fine. But I think this is actually super hard to capture on film. My static pictures of this just look very different. It comes off very blue, whereas you can see a lot more of the bronze on video somehow. I don't really know why, but it looks really cool. Here we go. So if you're asking who BTS is, this is one of the BTS members. This is Jimin. Hot brew vanilla latte.
Oh, you can see it's a clear bottom, so you can see really how light that is.
Yep. Well, lattes are gonna have a lot of milk in them. So.
Yeah.
So that's the Tactile Turn Nautilus. You can still get these until the 8th of September. Yeah. And I mean, these are the three of them that they've done so far.
I was just gonna say, you have every single one. Have you meant to purchase all of them, or to just like?
Well, you got me the orange one as a because I dithered and missed it. But then
I got you the long, and I shouldn't have.
Well, I would have gotten the long anyway.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I'd never had a long before. I think the long's a little bit too long. It ends up being a little bit back heavy.
Exchange it. See if somebody will trade you.
No, I mean I like it. I like that it's got like.
That you have a different version.
Yeah. No, I like it. I use it a lot. It's just I think I slightly prefer this one. I actually like the refills for this one a little bit better because you can get a lot of the good gel refills and stuff.
Yeah.
Which don't fit in these unless you trim them way down.
Yeah. Rez is here.
Rez?
Yeah.
Dude, just realized you can sign on your computer and participate in the chat. Listen, we miss you, Rez. You and the wife.
Yeah.
Kesha. Kasha, right?
I think so.
Yeah, Kasha. Kasha and Rez.
Not Kesha, like the singer.
Right, yeah, I said that the first time. So we got the Safety First, the Overlander, and the Nautilus.
The Safety First is very different than the other two.
Right? They're both like much more subdued.
Yeah.
The Safety First is like, I'm in your face.
Yep. Look at me.
Yeah, you can't miss it. Also, I think it's actually smoother than the other two as well. Something about the Cerakote. Like a little bit of...
Yeah, it definitely...
Yeah. And it might be a little too smooth even. I think it's a little.
Wow. Well, maybe I'll just throw it in the trash can.
No, I like it a lot. You can't have it.
No, how about you just, be mean to my gift that I gave you for Christmas?
Look, if I'm going to be very picky and compare these things, I think it's a process they're refining. But, no, I like it a lot.
I mean, I think it's a real latte. I mean, there's coffee in it, I guess.
We'll see. I'm going to taste it.
It says, store in a cool place away from high temperatures and direct sunlight. Keep refrigerated after opening and drink as soon as possible.
Yeah. Let's see how this goes.
A friend of ours had one, and he did not like.
Interesting cap. It's got like a regular cap inside this big cap. It's like captured the cap in there. That's interesting. All right. It smells fine. Tastes good. I don't mind that at all. You want to taste it?
Sure. Smells, yeah. I mean. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
You have a better palate for coffee than I do. So.
Well, that's it. I'm unsubscribing now here with taste tests. It was not coffee flavored. Yeah, it's not real coffee-y. It's more.
It's.
You know what it's kind of like? It's kind of like a cold hot chocolate, like a cold Swiss Miss almost. A little more chocolatey, or a little bit more coffee than that, but like very mild.
It reminds me of liquid, much liquidier or coffee ice cream.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
But it's not as sweet.
Yeah, it's exactly like a
but
melted
a little
chocolate
sweet.
Yeah. Melted coffee ice cream.
Yeah, that's what it reminds me of.
This next one's from a company that I had never heard of before called Zizo. I talked with Vanessa and Evgeny. So,
are those just stylistic things?
The E actually is an accent. This is a stylistic. The E is a hard E. It's Zizo.
Okay.
Let's see if they have it in here anywhere. At least I think so. Oh, no, it's not. It's totally stylistic. It was just on their card, so I thought it was a...
Okay, that
just happens to have a line over it, makes it a Zizo.
That makes more sense now. Okay.
Yeah. So the guy that runs it is Russian, and the pens are made in Germany and designed by him in Washington, I want to say. I want to say like Tacoma or something is where he is. So we got a little bit of everything here. We got a little bit of Washington, a little bit of U.S., a little bit of Russian, a little bit of German. And they make really nice looking stuff with, you're going to see if there's details. Probably are.
Most models are produced in serialized limited edition runs of 500 pieces.
So this is called the Visionary. And it looks like it's, like to me, I kind of thought it was plastic panels or something like that.
Yeah, I could see it, yeah.
But it's actually lacquered. So they do a very interesting and good job of lacquering this thing. So it's a brass barrel. Wait, brass? Might be aluminum barrel. I think it's aluminum barrel, actually. That they use some kind of laser process that I'm going to learn more about from him to separate the two sides of lacquer here.
What model is it?
This is the Visionary. There it is. Right.
So the very last
right
one,
here.
of course.
I'm trying to put my finger on it right there.
Yeah, I was going to look to see about the thing.
Oh.
the text of what reading about what I'm reading about
it's literally right here. So you have this like nice demarcation between the sides there. You have a plastic section.
Would you like me to read what it says?
I take it back. It's not a plastic. It's a metal section. I thought it was plastic.
The Visionary series of Zizo pens features two different hand-applied colors split by an axis. Depending on how the pen is capped, the colors can switch sides, giving a checkered appearance. Visionary pens have a tapered brass body and aluminum fittings, combining a substantial look with a lightweight construction. The fountain pen version features a medium stainless steel nib that is leak-proof on airplanes up to an altitude of 11,000 meters. Rollerball version is in development.
Yeah, so they had the rollerball, or the rollerball there, yeah. The clip on here has these nice little, like, rollers.
Oh, yeah.
Which I think are kind of neat.
What other brand has a roller?
Well, there are several like Italian brands.
Yeah,
that
I was gonna say I thought it was an Italian brand.
have a version of this. I think I was actually unscrewing it, or it was like coming unscrewed. But yeah, it's this nice little like roller situation here. It's got a good articulated clip. It's got a good weight to it, but it's not super heavy or anything like that. And yeah, this is actually metal. I thought it was plastic. Now, he told me not to try to unscrew the nib unit here. They do use Yovo nibs, but they are custom Yovo nibs. They're apparently custom tipped and ground like to their specifications. Especially
Which may be like Diplomat too.
I think so. Like
because they're just different.
Yeah, they're a bit different.
Yeah.
So like your Yovo nibs will fit in these, but I was using some of the ones they had inked up over there, and they were actually very good.
Yeah.
The fine was totally fine, but the medium was especially good. And he's like, yeah, the medium's done custom for us, which is cool. But this is, of course, glued into the section in a couple of places, so you can't unscrew this nib unit. You can pull the nib and feed if you need to, although he said that you shouldn't because there's actually a brass sleeve that goes in here around the nib unit, around the collar.
Yeah.
He said if you mess with that too much, like, you can change the pressure and mess it up. So it's like, don't do it.
Yeah.
But you don't have to worry about this nib unit cracking because it's held together with that brass sleeve in there. So all kinds of interesting things going on here. Pro tip, if you want to change the catch for threads, hold the cap. Oh, yeah, right. Well, this one has two starts. So it has one here at this side. And if you do it that way, it'll make it sort of checkerboard. And if you do it the other way, like this, it'll catch that start. So yeah, you can catch different starts that way, but this just happens to have exactly
the pen
two.
screams Miami.
I think it does, yeah. They got definitely some old school Miami vibes going on.
This is not normally me, but I see one in here, and I'm like, this is classy, and I like it.
Is that mother of pearl?
That one.
Yeah, put it under the camera so people can see it, yeah.
I think that this one especially
it's
is
got
really...
guilloche on it, too.
Yeah, it's sort of...
Neat. I don't think I saw that
looks
one.
like that, but it's on the fountain pen ones.
Yeah, yeah.
And so they have other ones that are just full abalone, but I sort of like this one because it has the guilloche and then a little bit of the... Yeah.
Yeah, these are all hand-done panels.
Yeah.
That they put on there.
And this one is different in that I was reading it. Again, I was sort of listening, but I was also reading with this pen. It's the Maestro 925 series. It pairs the natural beauty of Powwow abalone shell. Is that how you say that? Okay. And mother of pearl with luxury of 925 sterling silver. Each panel of the natural material is carefully selected and cut by hand and then inlaid on the brass cap and polished to a glossy finish. These pens feature a solid sterling silver lower barrel and either 18 karat gold plated or pure .999 platinum plated brass fittings depending on the particular model. Fountain pens are gold plated stainless steel. Solid 18 karat gold nibs are also available.
Yeah, those and they're
what are the price points on these? Sorry, I was just no idea.
Way less than you
Really?
think. Yeah, so this one was $149.
Oh, I would expect that to be more.
Yeah, and these abalone ones, I forget what the price was for them exactly, but like way lower than you'd think. Like a very reasonable price. I'm not even sure if they were $200. Like they were. I was like, how are these priced so low? And he said that's the thing that he gets asked the most, and he likes that people ask the question. And he's telling me, Yevgeny, the boss, was saying, the reason that these are so inexpensive is that he wants people to have pens. He's like, not enough people know about Zizo, and a lot of times makers will just mark up pens because they can.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, you don't gotta. Yeah, sterling silver around $200. Right. Crazy. The prices are very low. And that's just because he's like, I keep the price low so people can buy pens. He's like, we make enough. Which is like the idea of we make enough. Like we'd rather people have pens than that we just line our pockets off of it. And I'm like, that is admirable. And so that's why I was asking about like where they're made and stuff. He's like, oh no, they're all handmade in Germany.
Too, where it's the different colors of...
Yeah, you have both.
Yeah.
So are there purple? Yeah, there are. Put that back under there so we can...
Which one?
Any of those pages. Yeah, the abalone mother of pearl stuff has a whole lot of purple.
There's
going
purple
on
on that, and there's other ones. There's a lot more blue than I see than purple.
You know, those kind of like color shift as you look at them.
Yeah, so I couldn't quite tell. It's the ones in the front here, like these.
These kind of remind me of Acme pens. except like real good.
This, just glancing at it, I could be wrong,
Uh-huh.
and that maybe in person doesn't look like this. It reminds me of those ST DuPont ones.
Yeah, so they had those on
what
the
are they
table,
called?
and I mentioned that the Excellence D or no,
No, that's
that's
Diplomat.
Diplomat. You're right. What the heck
But-
was that called? Line D. The Line D Guilloche is what they call those. So
But just
these
glancing at that, yeah.
these in person they look that way too. So it's guilloche or overlaid with lacquer, and they look like those, except that I don't think it's a ruchi. I think it's some other kind of lacquer. Because I
That's
asked
good.
about that.
Yeah.
Because so like you can have one.
I know.
But these have the same kind of depth that those get.
Yeah, exactly. I was wondering at first if they had that.
Yeah, they're surprisingly good. Is my my quick review. I'm like, wow, this is very good. So you can see them also in my walk around video. I talked to them a little bit. But yeah, Zizo is I think it's cool, and it's the first time I've ever heard of them, and I dig them.
Yeah. I
So,
mean,
yeah.
I had no idea how much they cost, and that's why I just
Right.
automatically was like, oh, it's going to be expensive.
Yeah, like 200 for the sterling silver ones and stuff. Like they don't, he just basically doesn't mark them up, which is kind of
Shocking.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then I got at the end of the
yeah.
show, my friend Ian Schoen and I were talking. This guy
Of shown design.
of Schoen Design of that
This
right
guy.
there, that dude right there. He brought some black Ultim pins to the show. Not a huge number, but more than I thought he had made.
Yeah.
So this is my original Ultim pen. This is the first generation Ultim pen, the very first one that I bought. And there was, I think these were like 200-ish at the time. They're a bit more now. He's done some refinements. There actually are subtle differences between these pens.
I'm sure.
And so like the parts aren't really interchangeable between the very first line and this new set.
Yeah.
He actually offered to replace this one and give me a newer one. I was like, no, I want this. So, but actually Sandra bought an extra section, so she's
I
got.
saw that, yeah.
I need to tell Ian I need a section so I can do that too.
You like
So-
to get little just parts.
I know,
Mm-hmm.
but she has an Ultim section, like a regular amber under the black.
I think it would look nice the other way, too.
I think
Maybe.
so. I think so too. Well, I don't know. You'd be able to see it through the cap. It might look kind of wonky.
That's what I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
You'll have to test it
Yeah, maybe.
if it works.
Yeah, so send me one of each. Yeah, so this black Ultim is real good. He said the next round of these, I think these were going for $260 at the show.
Were they? I wasn't sure.
And he said
'Cause
that
that's how much the other ones were, too, I think.
I think so.
The faceted ones, which looked beautiful in person.
Oh yeah, the faceted anodized aluminum ones. Yeah, it's super cool. He said the next round of these will either be not as nice or they'll have to cost more, because apparently getting this finish on this
I can imagine.
this glossy, making this look like it does. It looks like zirconium.
Yeah.
In fact, as I was at his table, a bunch of people would walk by like, "Oh, is that zirconium?" Tactile Turn uses that. A few
Yeah.
others do. Matthew Martin has.
Yeah.
So it's got that sort of metallic zirconium look. That's because that's how he's polished it. And he said it took forever, and it was a huge amount of work for those.
Yeah, I can imagine.
So-
Because machine marks, I mean, you're going to get that.
Not on here.
No, I'm saying.
Yeah, I know, right?
You're going to. Trust me. It's a hard plastic. It's going to be that way.
Yeah. So Ultim is an ultra hard, like ultra durable.
You're hidden a little bit there.
Ultra-
Sorry.
yeah, I
you
had
did
it
the same
zoomed-
thing I did.
I had it zoomed in more than I thought I did.
Yeah.
But otherwise, this is built kind of the same as the other ones. It has lots of O-rings and such.
Yeah.
If you want to eyedropper them, which I don't ever do. But it's a beautiful pen. I haven't inked it up yet because I can't decide what to put in it first. Also, I think I'm gonna put a Scraggles nib in here.
That'd be fun.
'Cause she's a black dog?
She's a black dog, yeah.
I think that'd be fun. I'm gonna put a Scraggles nib on it. I gave him a mic face nib, so yeah. So there we go, black Schoen Ultim. That Michelle with the hairline finish would be great too. Yeah, could be, but yeah, totally pretty. I really like it. Black Ultim, love your amber one. I do too. I think it's great. The only small batch part with a black Bach 8 sections. Yeah, it could be. By the way, black dog sample holders. Sample holders? Woo? What's that? Black dogs. What's that mean?
The,
That's yes.
that.
Where is it? I've meant to. Here we go. Yeah. Thank you for saying that. Why does it keep showing the wrong window? Here we go. So y'all have seen my sample holder, which is this little sleepy cat one right here. And they finally made a sale page for these things, which is great.
Yep.
They called them Inca Pets. And you can find them at incapet.bigcartel.com.
What is that?
What is what? It's a pirate.
Oh.
Inktopuss accessories.
Wow.
Right?
Wow.
Right?
Wow.
So, you can get the sleeping cat for $7, which is actually only a little bit more than I paid for this as like a small run thing. So that's pretty cool. And they run it a bunch of different colors.
Oh, that's cheaper than I would think it would be.
Yeah. You can get an Inktopuss, which I definitely have to have.
Mm-hmm. What color?
I think I'm going to get a white one. I like to have a white octopus.
Okay.
It's like lifting up its little
Not
tip.
the orange.
No.
Wow.
And then I got to get a black dog, I think. Like this one right here.
What about like Clifford the Red Dog?
We don't have a Clifford, we have a Scraggles.
But there is such thing as a Clifford the Red Dog.
It's true. They have to make an extra large one.
Yeah. For like
the big red dog.
just a bottle.
That's right. Oh yeah, bottle holder. There you go.
Yeah.
And then I guess you can get this. I didn't see before. You can get a little hook for its little upraised tentacle and a hat.
Are you gonna get that?
Yes. Absolutely. So yeah, let me put this in the. Let me put it. Darn it. Oh, good. Thank you very much, Sarah. Yeah.
She's on it.
Good. Yeah. So go grab these. These are made by our friend's very young son.
Yeah, he's super young too. Like I was
like
I was not doing anything productive at all at
No,
that
the
age.
dude's like 7 or something. Oh,
Yeah.
actually, they're still in my cart. Yeah, I have a black dog and a white Inktopuss. I don't think this was on there until recently. Add to cart. Done. Yeah, so I'm gonna be. I'm gonna buy that. All right. You're gonna behave until they add the accessories, right?
When you saw that hook arm, you're like, well, gotta get it now.
Done. Sold.
Yep.
Must have. So yeah, you can have your own Sleepy Cat or Inktopuss or Ink's best friend.
Are you gonna get a white cat for Mr. Nose?
Maybe. Then maybe I should get an orange octopus. I don't know. Now I'm torn.
I like the gray octopus too. Maybe that's too pedestrian, but
Well, I like this gray cat a lot.
you already have the
Maybe
gray
this is
there.
maybe this is just a mix of white and gray cats, and this white and yellow, white and black. What color is our cat? White and black cats.
I am so hungry. I'm like on the verge of getting shaky.
All right, we'll zoom through a couple other pens right quick.
Sorry.
I have this one from Kenro. You like the pirate hat? Right, and the hook. This is an auto hut. So I am not at all familiar with auto hut.
I've heard of them many times. Like,
Becky says, hey, I'm getting a gray octopus.
well, there you go. Well, no, there are gray octopi,
Yeah.
So that's...
They come in every color.
I
They can be
mean,
whatever color they want.
Yeah, but realistically, I'm not thinking about bright green like that when I think of octopus. I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever.
These are very nice looking German pens. Not super expensive. I think these are about $150, give or take. This is a loaner from Kenro. This is black and rose gold. This is the Auto Hut Design 04.
I guess it's rose gold.
Yeah, it is. Just barely. Like, it's not as rose as...
Having this behind, I think, is throwing my vision off.
Yeah, I think so.
Now that...
It's a little bit rosier now.
It's rosier in person now when you had that back there than it does in the screen.
Yeah, I don't have any other rose gold handy to show, but I mean, it's...
If you take... That might help.
Yeah, so this is brass, but...
It's closer. You can see it easier.
Yeah, it's not the rosiest rose gold. It's got a very nice little nib on it, though.
Did you bring these to the show? Did you forget?
I totally forgot.
We still need to give this some. I wonder if they're... I should test to see if it works.
They kind of right. I think I used one yesterday. Just to scribble on it. How's it going?
If I dipped it.
You can get it going again.
Yeah, let's get...
Just a little... Yeah, not great. It'll get... Yeah, you can get it going again.
Yeah.
It's not dead forever.
It's not dead forever, no.
I'm not shocked.
No.
All right. So, yeah, I haven't inked this yet, but it's been a busy week. I've been getting ready for classes that start very soon. So, yeah, you can definitely see it against the
yeah, that's true.
Silver of the interior.
It's a pretty nib.
The nib is really pretty, right?
Yeah.
I think that's... I like, yeah, the nib and the cap I think are very nice looking.
Yeah.
Like this reminds me, it's got the same kind of, like, it's not the same shape. It's got the same kind of effect to me as a Graf from Faber-Castell.
I was going to say, is he going to say Graf? That's what I immediately thought of too.
I mean, they're both German, so
Yeah.
I'm not surprised they share a certain kind of aesthetic.
Yeah.
But yeah, they have this like columnar thing with like the flare at the top and otherwise kind of simple, nice.
That's springy.
Nice, springy, like mechanical clip. Yeah, so I'll be playing with this a little bit. The white and rose gold design 03 from AutoHut looks real nice. Cool. I haven't seen that one yet. AutoHut may or may not do a bunch of the manufacturing for Graf and Faber-Castell. I mean, I wouldn't be super surprised. Wait, AutoHut manufactures for them and they don't manufacture AutoHut? I would think it maybe would go the other way around. Hinted pretty strongly that AutoHut do some work for Graf. Cool. I mean, that gives you a good idea that it's going to be solid quality because Graf is good stuff. They got an AutoHut. You got the big silver AutoHut, and I was kind of pushing for that, but they didn't actually have any there for me. There's like a.
What's the no abs 2 out of 10?
Oh, remember Graf from Faber-Castell's like pin of the year, and you take off the.
That's right.
And the section was like a dude's torso with like a ripped abs.
I completely forgot about that. Yeah.
You can't forget the ripped abs.
I don't know how I forgot that.
And then this one is one that I really wanted to try out because it's super strange.
That looks weird.
Yeah. So this is the Lachlan. What is this thing called? The Lachlan Electa.
It reminds me of something a little bit that
It's it's one Italian dude who makes these, and I swear I met him at a DC pin show, like one of the like early ones we went to. So it must have been like, I don't know, 2012, 2013, something like early. And he was like, he had one table, he had about 5 pens with him, and his table was almost in the bathroom. Remember how like there was that atrium?
I do. Yep,
he was almost in the bathroom. I was like, what are these? But he has these cool pens that are all like on the verge of being steampunk, you know?
Yeah.
So the cap unscrews here.
Now it looks more normal. I'm surprised a man made that design.
Okay. And then you can screw it on the back to post. Although I don't know that I would. This is solid brass and it's kind of heavy as it is.
If you know what I'm talking about. Okay, is all I'm.
Okay. All right, good. You can see the converter through the window, and it has a little bit of knurling here, which will let you work the piston from the outside. Yeah. Was it a Kickstarter? I don't know. I have no idea. Used Applewoman recently interviewed the owner of AutoHut and did a factory tour. Oh, that's cool.
That would be fun to see a factory tour.
Have a quick look at the Auto Design 03. I'll check it out. One of the interesting things about this is it doesn't screw closed. It's held closed by O-rings.
Yeah, that's interesting.
And the thing that it says these do on their website and materials is that it isolates the like interior and the nib and stuff from the part that you hold. And so it's supposed to dampen any rough like
feel from the page, like if you have like a real textured paper. That's right, you mentioned that. Yeah.
It's supposed to like isolate it and dampen it a little bit. I don't know if it really does that. I don't know.
You haven't inked it yet, so.
Haven't inked it yet. We'll see how it goes. I do really like this.
I think it will depend.
Which comes off.
It would depend on the nib, if that would really be noticeable.
Yeah, so this is a pretty stiff nib. I mean, it looks like a little.
But if it's something like a little more, like a sailor has more feedback, more feel, then maybe it would. You would notice more of a difference. But if it's already like a smooth nib, then
Yeah, this is a Schmidt, probably number 5, so.
Yeah, it looks like a number 5.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see how it goes when I actually get it inked up. But it is.
Has different parts and.
Like moosh it together. It's interesting. Like the knurling bit is just like a little sleeve you put on the back of the converter. It's cool.
How much is it?
I don't know.
Okay.
Actually, I don't think it's crazy expensive. It's not super cheap or anything, but.
Yeah, Yost was at the show. I didn't see him, but people were talking about him being there.
Yeah, I ran into him real quick on I think Sunday it was. $1.99 at Gold Spot.
Yeah, so there were a couple Europeans at the show.
Yeah, a couple. Yeah. So there's the Electa. I was kind of looking to get it in chrome, but they didn't have any. They had the brass.
Why doesn't yours have a bird on it? Oh, there's no clip.
Doesn't have the clip.
I like the bird.
I wonder if the clip is in the box.
I don't know where your box is, so.
Here you go. Yeah, I don't know if it's in there or not. You like feeling paper texture? I get it. I'm actually not 100% sure if that actually will work. Oh, it's in there. How about that?
Yep.
Does it have a bird? I don't see a bird.
Lachlan, Italy.
This one doesn't have a bird.
Dear valued customer, thank you and congratulations on purchasing your new pen. This is a high-quality writing instrument distinguished by having a different and innovative design aimed to satisfy anyone who loves writing and enjoys the feeling of holding a nice object. Each Lachlan pen is designed and individually handcrafted in Italy. They guarantee the extremely high quality of all of its pens. Lifetime warranty is provided by free and full replacement of all pens that may have defects due to the finishing or the mechanical internal components. For any questions, contact them.
Ryan says, no bird, literally unusable.
Yeah.
I do wish it had the little bird engraving, but it's an interesting way to do a clip. Let's see if it works. It's a little bit on the loose side.
They have instructions, which I appreciate.
Cool.
Like,
that guy probably made those pens.
Most people don't know. I do know they don't need this, but you never know when somebody's going to get one for a gift or just don't know anything about pens.
So that's the Lachlan, Loclen. Lachlan Electa. Seems cool. Only 2 more, and then we'll get out of here and have some pizza. These are going to be at the same time, though. With Jimin's cap. And lastly, from Kenro as well, I borrowed these 2. These are Pininfarina. The Pininfarina PF1 and PF2.
Very different.
Yeah, very different designs. Although they both have like a very sleek aerodynamic. Pininfarina does high performance sports cars.
I don't know why, but just looking at it on the screen, it's sort of, maybe I'm crazy, like a Lamy 2000. Like in terms of the finish on it.
Yeah, it's got kind of a frosty sort of look.
Or something. Not the shape or anything necessarily, but there's just something about it that I'm like, it rings in the back of my head. I'm like,
it's got that kind of recognition. Yeah.
Maybe. Well, maybe it's just me.
And this makes me think of the Karan Ash 849. For whatever reason, like they're not the same, but it makes me think of that pen.
It makes me think of something else. Not that one. Something else though. I'll have to think about it.
So, like, they have a lot of things in common. Like,
the L2K, but more Italian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Way more Italian.
Yeah.
So, like, the 849 over here has the same kind of inset thing on the top.
Yeah.
The bottom. They both have this, like, little skinny clip that goes on one side. And they're both pull caps. And they both have, like, a pretty good step down to the...
But this one's faceted, and this one just has the triangle.
Yeah, for sure. Like, they're not the same pen or anything.
No,
I'm like, look at that, like, oh yeah, it's kind of like the...
There's something else that it reminds me of, and it's gonna bother me.
Also, let me tell you what, I like this a lot better than I like the 849.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I think the nib on the 849 looks much more interesting. I like that.
Cool, yeah.
It doesn't write as well as this one does right out of the box. And also, this is extremely light, and something about it feels a little bit... I don't know, it just like it feels inexpensive because it's light and it's like you can tell the body's like very thin. Like I can't dent it, but I feel like I could, If
you're really angry enough.
Like snap. But this one feels very solid. It's like
how much is that?
I think it's I don't remember either. Look it up.
You should have had some numbers here. You knew I was going to ask. Well,
I didn't know you were going to ask, actually.
Well, I have no idea anything about some of these pens, and so, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, if it was a Lamy 2000, I'm not going to ask the price on that one.
Oh, yeah, what's a Lamy 2000 cost?
Well, it depends on where you get it. You can get it for, like, over $100.
$100?
$200.
Yeah.
About $200. That's a good price. But usually more.
Let's see. Here's the PF1. Oh, they've only got the ballpoint. Do they have the fountain?
150. Oh, that's ballpoint. Yeah.
It's the PF2. PF2 is $236 at the Pen Chalet. I want to say the PF1 is not that much more expensive than, the fountain pen is not that much more expensive than the ballpoint. I think it's in the 150-200 range.
That for instance, almost 360 inspired.
No, I don't think so. I mean, it's got the sort of like soft triangle or like triangle with like the soft edges or whatever, but the sides are actually straight, unlike the Omos, just kind of curved. L2K for hair under 200.
You're
Yeah,
right.
sometimes. Is it opaque or translucent? This is totally opaque. It's metal.
Yeah, it's all metal.
Yeah, this is all metal. There's a lot of cool stuff at DC looking for. Yeah, thanks. The clip like swivels around, so if you just like having it on your desk or whatever, the clip is kind of set into the.
Oh, perfect. Nice fiddler for me. I like to fiddle with things.
Yeah, but it's silent, which is good too.
I like when it makes a little noise. But
Yeah, you just want to I know you do. You just want to kind of spin it around. It's kind of cool. But then if you want to use it as a clip, you spin it around to the flat side, and you can actually, it's a usable clip. There's actually some room under there, unlike the swipe.
Wow.
But this has actually got a little bit of a triangle grip. It's like pretty soft. It's got
That's
like
too bad.
because the whole pin is triangle-y.
Yeah. I think because it forces me, because it's triangular, it doesn't bother me as much. It's very thin, though.
You know, it hasn't
This
bothered me
section,
weirdly.
Really?
Yeah.
This is a tiny section.
It's pretty low. It's not as small as the 849, I don't think. And the other thing I think that I like about this is that it has that triangular section instead of the round one that the 849 has.
I don't know. This is a really skinny. It's like a pencil.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just.
Oh, you know what? I think actually I hold it further up.
Oh.
I think I hold it like my thumb goes up on the body.
Oh well.
And so maybe
write it
that's
like
why.
a normal person.
Well,
Look
then
how
I
small
can't get
it
to the
is.
paper because my hand's too big. It's got a little nib. Yeah, if you hold it like up here, I think I probably hold it with at least my thumb on the side.
Break out the calipers. It's pizza time soon.
Like
here,
I said, break out the
folks.
calipers. So,
Well, at least you got it handy.
how
We
should
still
I
have ink,
how should
so-
I measure this? Oh, we might not be talking ink today. How should I measure this?
I don't know. The thinnest side, because that's where your fingers can be sitting on the two. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I just don't know how to measure that angle. And across is 8.5 millimeters, so it's pretty small. I usually do 10 or 11 as my.
But it's really a little less than that, because your fingers aren't sitting on the two farthest outside areas.
The body's 10.8, so that's probably why it doesn't bother me. It's because I put my finger on the side.
We're having. Do you want to have our hometown one this week?
Hometown pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mimi's
this
pizza.
one. Yeah, I can't actually measure I can't correctly measure what your fingers look. Yeah, because it's triangular. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I don't know.
Yeah.
And this one
8.5 is the fattest part.
And
of
this one's like 7 point. Well, it tapers. 7.2 to 8.2. So in the same range, but this is actually smaller. And I think because this is round, I think it's a little less comfortable to write with. Although I do the same thing with this one actually. Just holding it, I put my finger on the flat side.
Yeah.
But yeah. Or like this one has like the guide here that kind of goes into the body of the pen.
Yeah.
The PF
I don't have one of those, so.
the PF just kind of I don't know where it clasps. It must be clasping up here.
Yeah.
But anyway, this
It's
is
a nice sound.
I like this pen a lot actually. I think it's classy. It's cool looking.
Yeah.
It looks like a race car. And then the PF2, which is the first one I saw on the table when I went to Kenro in Raleigh. I was like, oh, what's that thing? This is the PF2. Another Pininfarina. Has a clip that you go like this to access, which is kind of like it's kind of thin. Like I'm a little worried about that clip, if I'm honest, but it seems like it would work.
Yeah.
Do some geometry and figure out the diameter of the circumscribing circle. That's spoken like a math teacher right there.
Sure
Go
is.
do that work. What's the price range of the PF? I want to say this one's about 2-ish, maybe a bit less. Although I didn't see one real quick on here when I was Googling for the. Oh, here we go. 180. 180 for the PF1. Yeah. Also, it doesn't post. The PF1 doesn't post. The 849 does post, but this one doesn't. So you just gotta like it how it is. And this is about 200, I think. PF2. I'm glad I don't have to write out Pininfarina because that's.
It's my stomach.
Oh, hey. Pen World? What is this? Pen World, the art of writing.
That's. I think
154.
There's some other country, I'm pretty sure.
Gotta be, right? It's
Yeah.
too cheap. Pen Chalet, it's $236. Seems more like a U.S. price. Yeah. Here's the fountain pen hospital. This would be the highest U.S. price, $236. Yeah. What the?
Their
That
coloring
blue
is so off.
That blue is way off. Even on that screen, that's too bright.
Yeah.
That's
what it looks like.
This is correct. It's more of a cobalty. PF2 clip looks very good for fiddling with. Yeah, it's kind of fun to poke. Although, yeah, this is fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
You could get in a lot of trouble doing that.
Yes.
I'm gonna click it. You need to put your fingernail on it. There you go. Is that good? Okay. I have it back now. Here, I'll give you this. There we go. So PF2 looks very cool. This actually reminds me a little bit of the Stipula Speed fountain pen. Although that one wasn't very good, I don't think. But this seems pretty darn cool. Magnet cap.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually... It's a pretty strong amount.
Someone was asking about a magnetic cap
Yeah,
today,
yeah.
So.
Yeah, I was saying we'll talk about one of those,
Yeah.
and this is the one. I haven't inked this up yet.
This is an in-between price, basically, than the two that we mentioned.
Yeah. This is an extra fine, which I wouldn't
have
necessarily chosen, but, whatever. We'll just give it a shot. Why not? But this feels good in the hand. Like, where this is and where my fingers rest are kind of on the bottom of that lip so far. Does this post? Yes. Mm-hmm. It does post. Interesting. A little bit back heavy, not too bad. This seems pretty cool.
They make the Forever pencils. I didn't know that was them.
Yep, for sure. Yep. They have a new one called the Graphiques. I think is that PF or is it Lachlan? It's one of the two. It's one of the Kenro ones, and it actually works. The Forever pencils are not good. They're bad. But yeah, the Graphiques is actually writes. It looks like it's writing like a pencil, except it lasts kind of forever.
Interesting.
Yeah. I almost bought one, but they sold out of them at the show. They're only $20 or $30. But yeah, this is an interesting pen. I like the way the barrel screws on here. For some reason, like that oscillation thing going around kind of brings me joy. So there you go. That's all.
Gina's here. Gina, we're just gonna sign off.
Gina.
It's pizza time.
Gina.
Oh.
Gina. Go see Gina if you're going to the San Francisco show. Sign up for her.
Custom Nib Studio.
Yeah, you got sign-ups for the show? Are you all
Probably
signed up?
full already.
Gotta be. Cult Pen says the PF2 for $185. Nice. It's
Cole Pens also has the Diamine ink vent for 2021.
I gotta get on that. I gotta talk to Lemur. I'll buy it from him if I can, but if not, then I'll grab it from a Cult
You don't have
Pens.
to get Audrey's ink vent this year.
That means you don't have to do one.
They don't have to see that.
They liked it.
Huh?
I ended up buying
All
several
full.
of the inks you put on the... all full. Well, come say hi and watch her work on other people's pens.
It's pizza 30 indeed.
So yeah, those were the things we came away from.
Which is your favorite? That aren't mine.
Okay.
One of those.
Well, I can't really tell because I've only actually used this one.
Well, yeah.
So I don't know. We'll have to see how it goes.
Okay.
Offer a hungry neighbor worker a snack? Yeah, give Gina a snack. Say hi to them when you come by. Nice haul. Yeah, pretty good. So actually, we only really bought this one. Well, and I only bought this one actually. Yeah.
So far.
Well, I might end up with one or two of these actually. We'll see how they go. But yeah, I might end up with one or two of these. We'll see.
We'll trying to deny that.
I might, because this one is so darn good. All right.
My big pen expenditures, Gudetama, cow.
For sure.
I like the containers too. I'm a science person.
I think they're cool. Yeah, they're really good containers. We also got, and I'm not going to do a whole lot of this. Yeah, this is Shown Black Ultim, Rob, for sure. Compliment her cool, their cool work frock. Yeah, they do look cool. Here's the Private Reserve Infinity inks.
Private Reserve has so many inks right now.
So many.
So many.
So they did. What are they called?
Pearlescent.
Pearlescent.
I saw those.
Just like an hour or two ago.
Where did I see them? On some newsletter that I get an email from. Maybe it was Drum Goals. It might have been Drum Goals. Theirs is usually on Friday, I think so. It's probably them.
What did I do with the pen? Oh, I've got the Infinity Blue here in my problematic Ondoro, which is constantly being.
It's a pretty blue.
It's not bad at all. Yeah. It's what all this is written in.
It's hard to tell in this view, but it's a nice blue.
It's a pretty standard sort of like navy, dark
it's a
blue.
navy, yeah. Oof,
Yeah.
that's my stomach.
It's nothing crazy. It doesn't have like sheen or anything going on. Here's
But
the...
it's saturated and everything.
Yeah, it's got a good saturation. That's not it. Here it is. It's like this.
Yeah.
It's a very nice looking blue. And I left this uncapped while I made this list.
Yeah.
Didn't cap it. Left it sitting on my desk while I went and worked out for half an hour, and then sat around and stopped sweating for a little bit, and then took a shower, and then came in here and set this stuff up. And it wrote, like you can see here, I wrote the Pininfarina thing.
Yeah.
It was skipping a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
The deal with these Infinity inks is that they're supposed to stay wet if you like wet enough. That if you put your pen down and you like use it every once in a while, it'll be fine. They had a Opus 88 on the Van Ness table all weekend that didn't ever have a cap, and it worked pretty well.
Good.
If you use one of these like every 15, 20 minutes or something, works just fine.
It's crazy.
Yeah, that's pretty great.
Yeah.
This one has a leaky cap seal, and so it tends to dry out on me.
Easy.
So I'm thinking this.
Is it permanent?
I don't think so.
I was asking, but it's permanent, right?
Oh, I don't think so. I think the Infinity ink thing is about that. No, I think it's specifically not permanent.
Oh.
I think they said that on one of their like live stream things.
Mm-hmm.
But no, it's that it stays wet for a long time. But it actually dries on paper just fine. It doesn't have it's not the fastest thing ever, but it's not excessively long.
Go-To wants to know, how is the red? It looked pretty great on the walkthrough. And Greg says, what are the Infinity and pearlescent inks?
Red's pretty good. Seems like a nice like carmine sort of red.
Mm-hmm.
And then the green is pretty good. It's kind of an emeraldy green.
Yeah.
Is. I haven't got these in pens yet, but I have seen the green from a pen and it looked good. I just haven't done it yet.
Good.
And then I've got some others that I'm not going to show right now. I'll show some other time. I got the DC Bob's Blue, the show ink with Bob Johnson. And then I got these two from Van Ness. These are Ancient Charm inks. Like this. They're both shimmers. You can see under there. We have... this one's called The Phoenix. And it looks like this. Come on. There we go. It looks like this. Got a whole lot of gold shimmer in it. And the other one... Lisa almost didn't want to give me this other one. Because she's like, oh, the name is To a Faithless Husband. She's like, oh, you don't want that? I'm like, I don't know. I think that's kind of funny. Like,
I love it. That's hilarious.
Right?
That's
and she's like, you probably don't want this. I'm like, yeah, that's fine. I'll take that.
So funny.
These are the ones that you brought me back from, I want to say San Francisco one time.
Yes.
And there was nothing on the box.
Nothing on it. I got that from Straits Pens, I believe.
Except what? What did it say on the box? Do you remember?
With like duck something? Or
Nope.
It's a bird thing, right?
Nope.
Okay, then I have no idea.
It just said small endowment.
That's it. I don't know why I said duck, but isn't there like
you brought me a pin BBS that was like
that's why.
Female mallard or something.
Yeah,
weird thing.
that's why I was thinking that.
Yeah, this is
that's right.
To a Faithless Husband. Ancient Charm is the same one that had these small endowment inks.
Small endowment.
And I didn't find that out.
Somebody really hates their husband.
I know, right? Like I didn't find that out for a long time until they stopped selling it, and so I just never reviewed it because you can't find it anywhere. And also I didn't know what it was called. I only knew the small endowment thing. So yeah, small endowment and To a Faithless Husband, savage. So but it actually looks really nice. Like look at that. Look at the that's with a dip pen. It looks awesome. Super good. It's like blue and silver shimmer, I think, going on.
Sort of looks like that, yeah.
It looks great. I was like, no, that looks too good. I have to have that.
Yeah.
And then I got some Van Diemen's. She didn't have any of the underwater series. She was saying that there were problems with them. And she's like, I don't want to mess with them. So I got this one. This is Harvest Golden Nugget Pumpkin. Van Diemen's is a Kiwi brand.
Yeah.
I found out. That one I swatched as well.
Yeah, for some reason I was thinking it was Australian.
It's because I told you it was Australian.
Okay, then that's why then. Okay.
And it's because I thought they were. But it's pretty close.
Yeah.
So that's Golden Nugget Pumpkin. It's kind of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you Google small endowment, you're not going to find what you're looking for.
What?
Well, not if you're looking for ink.
Oh.
And then I got these. And when it said Tassie Seasons, I'm like, Tassie? That's not. So, yeah, that's Tassie Seasons. So, I've got Lan. What the heck does that say? Launceston. L-A-U.
Launceston.
There's no H. I don't know. Launceston Fog? I don't know what that is. But I'll check that out. It kind of looks like this. It's kind of like
Tasmania.
Yeah. Well, that's Tassie. Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Right. But it's like this kind of like grayish brown. Looked pretty cool in her sample book. And then this is wasabi from the harvest, which looks like that, allegedly. So I haven't swatched those yet,
but it's 7:07.
Yeah, we were gonna do that today, but we went way long, so we're not gonna do that today. We'll play with those some other time. But yeah, it's been good times. I had a good time at the show.
Yeah.
Found so many things. Yeah, Tassie's Tasmania. Yeah. Yep, that's right. It is Australian. They said it is. So Lisa told me it was from NZ. Yeah, it says AU, Australia. I was right. Australia.
We watch some Australian shows.
We do. Yeah. I was like, well, I mean, I guess New Zealanders could have Tassie Seasons. They might give a crap about that. I mean, not as much as Australians, because it's Australia.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
We watched Wentworth, and what's the other one we used to watch? And it's over now, but the dance one? What was that called?
Oh, it was just called like Dance School or something. No, Dance Academy.
Dance Academy.
Yeah.
If we have any Australian people, Dance Academy.
Yeah.
But they have like spin-off ones, I think, sort of.
Oh, really?
I think so.
That was a good crappy show.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah. I mean.
But yeah, we also like Wentworth. That is dark. Wentworth is dark.
It is.
Like, it doesn't start off that dark. It gets dark. I was like, oh, this is kind of like a nice prison show.
Women's prison show.
Gets dark. Thanks so much for sharing the show with us. You're very welcome. I got the Van Diemen's Parrotfish, and it was gloppy. Lisa V was nice and refunded it because she didn't want to send me another problematic bottle. Yeah. Yeah, she said that like it was inconsistent between bottles. Like a couple of them had the wrong color in them, but others were totally fine. So she's like, don't even worry about it. Couldn't tell if she's confusing. I know, right? You know, the other thing is, she was giving me these at the end of a show, at the end of a DC show. She was absolutely fried.
Yep.
So like, I'm not even gonna mention it to her.
And
don't y'all either. Be nice.
We are very specific about knowing Australia and New Zealand.
Oh yeah, when I was in grad school
at
Bowling Green,
we watched lots of Kiwi shows and we watched lots of Australian shows. You can.
Big difference
in the two. Yeah.
Yeah. I had for whatever reason at Bowling Green there were a lot of Kiwis and a lot of Aussies.
Yeah.
And like we had them in the same department. In fact, one of our professors, he was a Kiwi who was married to an Australian. Oh, and everybody was like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah.
Campbell Brown.
Yeah, if you mix that up, there's offense taken.
Yeah. There's a strong rivalry between the Kiwis and the Aussies. In any case, like it's in the same area geographically, but you know, whatever.
I have a story that has nothing to do with anything, but
is it quick? Because we gotta have pizza.
Yeah, I know. So, back when I was in science, I was on a Kiwi boat doing research off the coast of, from Wellington. Mm-hmm. And it was like half Americans and then half Kiwis. Mm-hmm. I was about to say New Zealand. That takes too long. And
nobody says that.
You know, when you go so boats have very narrow walkways, like where the rooms are and stuff. So,
gangplanks? Oh, you mean the hallways.
Yeah. So when you're American, you naturally will move to the right because that's how we drive. And the Kiwis got so angry at us because they would
drive on the wrong side too?
Yeah. So we would constantly be dancing because we would go to the right and then they would go to the left because that's what they're used to driving on. And so we'd always just hit in these narrow...
Their left, which is your right.
Correct.
Yeah, nobody stayed to all their rights.
No.
Nice.
And they would just get so angry. I'm like, we won't. It's naturally. I'm sorry. You change it. Sort of thing.
Change it. You should be in the country when they have a rugby match. Oh, I bet.
I was there when the All Blacks were playing. you walk through the city, just everyone wearing black. Nobody's really on the streets. You're watching the game. And they have great hot chocolate there. It's like the thick hot chocolate, not like the Swiss Miss that we have here.
Daverman says the Kiwis drive on the correct side of the road, winky face. You changed it as so American. Well, yup.
Well, it wasn't a you change it. It's like, we don't mean to. Don't yell at us, you know. Don't get... That's what it more was, you know.
Yup. Audrey's hungry.
Apologies. I couldn't hear what you said.
It's probably because you weren't talking to her.
I wasn't talking to her. Yeah, my series is Scottish. I like it. Yeah, Carol says you're hungry. I know, but she wanted to tell an extra story, so...
But you enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's a good story. I don't think I'd heard that story before.
And there was beans for breakfast.
I remember beans and spaghetti for breakfast.
Spaghetti for breakfast.
It's weird.
Lots
fish.
of...
A lot of fish for breakfast, right?
Vegemite and Marmite. Marmite they had. I don't think they used Vegemite. They only had Marmite. Like oxtail all the time.
All the time?
Like multiple days of it. And it was weird.
Potted meat? You had some potted meat on that cruise?
No, that was Canadian.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. That was Montreal smoked meat. And I asked them what kind of meat it was. And they're like, it's Montreal. And I'm like, but what kind of meat? And they're like, Montreal smoked meat. And I'm like, I know. I meant what animal was killed to make this? And they're
Montreal.
like, oh, I don't know. Just some meat. Just eat it. I'm like, okay.
Like, look, nobody knows. We don't ask questions.
Cares. I think it was beef.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. Almost certainly. Certainly not Montrealers.
I'm pretty sure I ate it, so.
What do you call people from Montreal? Because Montrealers sounds weird to me.
Montreites.
Montrites? Anybody from Montreal out there? You hold your lance through the right arm, so it's right on the left so you can hit your opponent. No, it's on the right.
Pointing at me.
Then you're on the right side. And then you're on the right side of the thing, so you can hit him with the lance when you're jousting. Vegemite is a crime against humanity. Yeah, we're not going to get into that fight. Montreal. Montrealais? Yeah, because they do French.
Yeah.
Right?
They do.
Oh wait, no. That's Quebec. Montreal do French too?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I was from the deep south. Well, the deep southwest. I don't know about Montrealer, says Feta. Montrealer, okay. Montrealite? It's way better than that Montrealite. Montrealer?
No, I said Montrite.
Montrite. All right, let's get some food, Audrey.
Okay.
Thank you very much for joining us all, y'all. We appreciate it, and we hope to see you next week. Montreal is in Quebec. Well, there you go. Of course it is. Like my brain was fighting that. I'm like, Montreal, Quebec. I'm like, no, but Montreal is big. Like, it seems big in my brain. I don't know, man.
And Quebec is the province.
Montrealais. Oh, Montrealais. That makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah. They speak primarily French in Montreal. For some reason, I was thinking about the Montreal flag or something. I felt like there was some French, like some fleur-de-lis on it or something. I don't know, man.
Who knows what the flag... I mean, I know the Canadian flag. How would you even know what a Montreal flag looks like?
I watch a lot of Letterkenny. All right, so... like, a lot. All right, so think about what you put out in the world.
Like
make it a better place.
Not enough that you'd actually go see them.
Dude, $400 a ticket.
I thought you said it was $200.
No, the cheapest was $280, and it's nosebleed obstructed view or something.
Still, but you could still get the experience. I'm sure they have a big screen. Look, concerts and all those things cost a lot of money. But it's something you've been watching multiple times a day for years. How would you not be like, look, I could buy a pen for $300, but I could have a one-night experience and remember this thing for the rest of my life and have a good time.
I feel like my memory's not that good. I'm too cheap. So thanks very much for watching. Think about what you put out in the world. Make it a better place. Go see a $400 concert if you want it.
No, get a vaccine first.
Oh, well,
please,
for sure do that.
Please. If you live in a place that has them, please just... We just want to stop it. Let's just stop it.
That'd be cool.
And then we can go eat pizza at a place.
Oh yeah, you'd call people from Montreal Quebecois. Because they're from Quebec.
You're making me so angry. I'm sorry. I'm like, why are we still talking about
Sorry,
Montreal?
All right, we gotta go. Thanks very much. We are loopy from lack of food. Oh, our camera has lost all coherency. There we go. We gotta go. Say goodbye, Audrey.
Goodbye, Mike.
Goodbye, Mike.